got him off to sleep again. He don't usually wake up at this time of night.
Well, he knows something's wrong, doesn't he? They always do, you know.
There's nothing wrong. Well, I mean... Look, we've rung the police station and there haven't been any accidents. He'll just be sitting on a bench somewhere in a park or a bus shelter. When he's ready, he'll come home again. I'll make us a fresh pot of tea.
I didn't get very far. Stuck the Red Reckoner around the precinct. The police been on?
No.
That's good news, then.
I want him to find him, Brian.
We all want to find him, Mum, but give him a chance. It's a right needle in a haystack job. He could be just walking the streets. Who's going to stop him if he's just walking around?
That's what I said. He could be anywhere.
Of course he could.
And when he's ready, he'll come home again.
Of course he will. She's right, Mum.
I left him on his own too long.
Don't go blaming yourself.
Would you like some cocoa instead?
I should have never left him as long as I did. He'd only been out of hospital 5 minutes. He'd had a right nasty accident. I mean, on top of having a stroke and losing his job.
Look,
and...
Ivy, they said he was all right when they discharged him from hospital.
Yeah, he wasn't though, was he? You could tell. You could tell. You said so yourself, didn't he? Didn't he say so himself?
I didn't mean it like that.
Of course I didn't.
Must have been preying on his mind, love. That's what it were doing. It were preying on his mind. All them hours I left him on his own, he must have been sat here worrying about being ill and losing his job and... Where's he gone to, Brian? Where's he gone to, love?
Come on, Mum. Enough of that. Let's have you upstairs and in bed.
No, I couldn't sleep. You know I couldn't sleep,
I
love.
don't care. Look, just get into bed. Look, go on. Gail will bring you a drink up.
What am I going to say at work?
You're not going to work. Just get upstairs and get into bed. Leave it to us. We see to everything.
She can't go to work, Brian.
I know. We'll think of something.
Brian.
I don't know, love. I don't know what's happened to him. I wish to God I did.
Right, Alf, I'm off. I've left you half a pot of tea in there. What's up?
8:15 and dressed.
Now, Alf, you know what they say? Sarcasm is the sincerest form of flattery.
And the lowest form of wit.
There you go, that's even worse.
Well, come on, don't keep me in suspense. Where are you going?
Do you really want to know?
Well, it is an event, isn't it?
Oh, it is that. I'm off to Ringway to get the next plane to Acapulco. With Des. Bring the smile back, love. I'm going to market for a dress leg.
Yeah, well, I didn't think you were that daft.
Now, Alf, you know what they say? Flattery is the lowest form of wit. And here he comes. The lowest form of twit.
What?
Hang on. I know you, don't I? You're famous, aren't you? I'm sure I've seen you on telly. Didn't you used to be Vince Sinclair?
Shut up, will you? Give up, that hurts.
Well, it were meant to. Thanks for reminding us, kid. Any time, Flower, any time. Try.
Right, now we've got rid of the floor show. What can I do for you?
Well, we just wanted some advice.
No bacon, then.
No, just advice. Well, go on. You're supposed to be at Mallet House.
Look, you know where we live, don't you?
Yes, I think so.
I don't know if you've heard, but our landlord, Harry Baggett, wants us to flit so we can convert into flats. Now, he's offered us £1,000 to move out.
Oh, well, that sounds very generous.
Oh, but that's not the end of it.
But we've got to have somewhere to live, haven't we? And we thought, like, with us knowing you, there might be a council house up for grabs, like.
Look, no queue jumping, if that's what you're on about.
Oh, come off it. Don't tell us not like that goes on.
Never. I'm telling you, never. Except in very exceptional circumstances.
Ha! Do you know they've always got a flaming get out, haven't they?
Well, these are very exceptional circumstances.
Yeah, it's not just us, you know. Arthur is back at home with us. He's been working and waking, but he's back at home now.
You wouldn't like to see a 19-year-old lad without a roof over his head, would you? God knows what he'd get up to.
Especially with a dad like he's got.
Look, don't go blaming me. I'm not going to make him homeless. You don't have to take that money, you know. All you have to do is stay put. The landlord can't touch you. He's admitted that by offering you money.
Do you know, I tell you, you give him your flaming custom and they can't even spare you a bit of measly advice.
I've given you a bit of advice. Stay put.
Oh, come on, we're getting out here. And don't forget to pick that stuff up from supermarket, Chuck.
Well, blow me.
Yeah, that's what I say. Blow you.
Now, what do you think of that one? Well, come on, show a bit of interest. I told the carpet fella we'd let him know.
Very nice. Go with the cliffs. You realise you haven't got Archie's money yet, don't you?
I know we haven't, but we will have.
They might have given us a decent breakfast.
Look, like you said, Stan, we haven't got our Archie's money yet. And what my husband brings in wouldn't feed the cat.
Now, hang on, Hilda. Your financial situation's better than it was.
Yeah, well, I'm not denying it's better since you took over. Mind you, there was a heck of a lot of room for improvement.
You can have 2 lasses of bacon if she doesn't chuck her 5 as a deadbeat.
Mrs. Earnshaw is not a deadbeat. She's a deserving case. And that's more than I can say for some folk.
I'd shut up if I were you, Stanley. Why should I? She can't feed her husband. Because what happens? She's ready to open her purse to any hard luck story that comes at the door.
Stanley, I've been opening my purse to hard luck stories all my married life. The only difference between you and Kitty Earnshaw is she's genuine. And she's gone. You'll still be here tomorrow morning.
I wouldn't bank on that, Hilda. No, would I?
Oh, wouldn't you? Well, I would. Now, come on. Just give me your attention for a few minutes. You'll be walking on this carpet and all, you know. Now, what do you think?
Yeah.
Yeah, perhaps you're right. Oh, okay.
I think she's dropped off. Can't hear her.
What are we going to do, Brian?
What can we do? Well, I'll open up the garage to show Willing and then I'll take another scout round. I'll give you a buzz about 10:30 to see if the police have been on. Will you still be here?
Yeah, I'll ring the cafe and tell them Ivor's ill. She'll not mind, she'll get Julian.
And you wing Baldwin's?
Yeah, don't worry, I'll see to everything.
Hello, Vera.
Hello. I've come to talk to your mother across road.
Well, look, she's still in bed. She's not feeling too clever.
Why? What's up with her?
It's just a touch of summer flu, you know, headachy and that.
Oh, well, I'll tell him across road then. Hey, yo!
I shouldn't, Vera, she's asleep.
Well, just tell her from me, and if it's just next to you, stay in bed with her husband. She's letting side down. Can't wait to get away from mine.
Right, OK.
She's not really poorly, is she?
Well, she's not too good.
Well, tell her not to bother. We work a lot better without a supervisor any road. Where are they?
Sure.
We can't keep this up for long.
You don't have to tell me.
And what do we do if someone asks where Bert is?
Nothing. Let's keep it quiet for as long as we can.
Brian, he's ill. It's nothing to be ashamed of.
Yeah? You try telling me mum that.
And you're not packing them shirts like that.
But you better do wear the flaming things.
I'm having no relative of mine going abroad to a foreign country with a load of rubbish like that. They go through your suitcases at customs.
Listen, woman, first off, you're no relative of mine.
I am by marriage.
And secondly, they're not rags, they're perfectly good shirts. And thirdly, I don't give a damn what they go through.
That's because you've no pride. You're British and don't you forget it.
I'm going.
There's no foreigner sneering at this lot.
They're not foreigners, they're Australians.
They are and all. They're foreigners. Haven't you heard them talk? Come. Hey, get out of the way. I'll see to these.
Give up.
Get out, you're gonna tear them.
Well, get off them.
Hey, I've told you.
I'm going tomorrow.
It'll only take me 2 minutes to iron a pair of shirts. I'm not one of those helpless friends of yours. Hey, and talk about being helpless. I thought you were going to sell this house. Though God knows why.
Do you know why? Our Bob needs the money. And don't go pretending it's my house. You know damn well it's our Bob's.
And you know he wouldn't turn you out on the streets either. If he knew you wanted to come back here, he'd let you keep this house on. You know damn well he would.
I don't want to come back here.
And why not? You want somewhere local?
Why?
'Cause you work round here, you barn pot.
I've got news for you. I don't work anywhere. And seeing as you're damn nosy, I'll tell you. I've packed up work. I've jacked it in. I've taken early retirement. And if they'll have me for 6 months in Australia, I'll stay 6 months. Now, that's taking wind out of your sails, isn't it, madam, eh? And while you remain speechless with something I thought I'd never live to see, take those shirts, iron them, bring them back. And then go and find some other poor devil to natter.
I suppose you're surprised to see me. Well, yeah, I am a bit. But, well, seeing as you're here, come on in, sit yourself down.
I've no right to be bothering you again, but you've been so kind to me. You've no idea what a difference that money made.
Yeah, well,
I'm not after more. You've been quite generous enough as it is. To tell the truth, I've nobody else to turn to. I haven't got any friends as such, and I'm badly in need of someone to talk to.
Oh, well, if there's anything I can do, I certainly will.
I know. That's why I'm here.
I don't see where else I can look. I may have tried the library, I may have tried the Legion, even tried Tommy Hargrave's place.
What did you tell him?
Nothing. Just said he had a rush job and I wanted Dad to give me a hand. And had he call round there?
But he hadn't.
Nope. Nobody had. I'll make us something to eat, love.
Yeah, okay. What would you like, Ivy?
Hey? No, I don't want anything to eat.
Now, come on, that's not going to solve anything, is it?
Now, come on, Mum.
He's not coming back, Brian.
Now, don't talk daft.
But his overcoat's gone. And that photo, you know, that we had taken at 3 of us at Hollingworth Lake when you were a baby, that's gone and all.
Look, he's mixed up, Mum. We know that. He's just trying to sort himself out, so he's walking the streets to straighten himself out. It may seem a long time to us, man, but he won't be thinking in hours and minutes. As soon as he sorts himself out, and when he does, he'll come straight back.
Well, if he's just walking streets, Brian, why has half the holiday money gone? Why?
Yeah, help yourself to sugar.
I shouldn't be bothering you again.
Oh, it's no bother. Go on with you. I've done nothing.
You've asked me into your home and you've made me a cup of tea, which is more than any other living soul has done as long as I can remember. You don't know.
Oh, now. Look, you just drink your tea quietly. There's no rush.
It's easy to see you've had a happy marriage. It shines out of you.
Well, I've been very lucky.
Oh, I wouldn't say that. I should think you've had a lot to do with it. I've never been very good at managing my own. I'm not blaming him. It's been more my fault than his.
Oh? Who's this, love?
My husband.
Your husband?
I haven't talked about him, have I?
I thought you lived on your own.
I feel as if I do most of the time. He can't wait to get out of the house. He comes home from work, has his tea, then he's off out again, and he never comes back till I'm in bed most nights.
Does he go out drinking?
He's not violent or anything. He just ignores me. I do my best, but he doesn't seem to need me. So I thought, if Mrs. Ogden could tell me her secret, perhaps...
Well, what makes you think I'd know?
Well, like I told you, I can tell. There aren't many people who are in control of their lives like you are. It was different when my daughter was at home. I did have somebody to talk to. She wasn't much of an help, but now she's gone. You have children, don't you?
Yeah, a boy and a girl.
Happily married, I suppose.
Well, like I told you, the boy has got 2 children of his own. Girl's a widow, bless her.
Oh, dear. Still, I suppose you see a lot of them.
Oh, yeah.
I shouldn't be here. They're my problems.
Stay there. I'm not sending you out on the streets the way you are. You just drink your tea, and I'll fetch us a couple of nice apple tarts.
I must look an awful mess.
Don't worry. You're among friends.
I am, aren't I? I really am.
Yeah.
I can't, Mum.
Try, Mum.
I can't, Brian.
$4329? Yeah, that's right. No, we haven't. No. Yeah, that'll be fine. Yeah, she's here. Right. Thanks. Bye. It's the police. They're sending somebody round.
Oh, I don't want police round here, Brian. I'll go round there.
You're stopping where you are. Look, you're not going anywhere, Mum.
But Brian, suppose somebody sees them, love. I mean, what about neighbours?
There's only one thing to worry about now, Mum, and that's finding Dad. I mean, toss the neighbours. And if anybody does start nosing, I'll tell them to mind their own flaming business.
Right, Ivy.
I don't want them to know, Gail, all right? I just don't want them to know.
I know you always see that's what I like about folk round here. They don't keep the troubles to themselves. If they want to have a row, they just come in here and they have it.
Look, I've told you before, woman, don't worry to look after the flaming house.
Oh, shut up. Listen, I'm sick of telling you.
I don't want you looking after the flaming house.
I'm doing it.
You goes for you too. I've got the estate in and Belt Jackson on my bill, so keep your noses out, pair of you.
Oh, charming.
That's him all over. Oh, Cootie, could they take me to Australia with you to see my grandson? And he is my grandson as well as he's yours, you know.
Look, you're a medical woman. Flap your arms, fly out there, turn right past Himalayas.
His house is up for sale, Mr. Whiteley's. Oh, it's so as a treat.
Where does he live?
Well, he lives in street number 5, is it?
Look, will you get it into your feather-brained head that we are not buying any houses?
Well, I don't fancy staying where we are, not with him wanting to get us out.
Look, we're not doing that either. We're going to take the £1,000 and we're going to rent house. Listen, I'll find one, don't you fret.
Oh, why? What we're going to do with £1,000?
You wouldn't credit it, would you? How many times have I got to tell her?
Well, we're not getting no new car.
Look, I need a reliable vehicle. I am not moonlighting no more. I'm not drawing dole. I'm cabbing full-time, and the flaming tax people know about it. So that means I've got to earn good money. That means I need a good set of wheels.
What do you think, Sarah?
Well, I think we ought to take the money and put it down on an house.
Trust you to side with your flaming mother.
And I don't want to live round here, though. Grotty round it. Look at this flaming pub. It's like a flipping geriatric ward.
Hey, there's a lot of youngs coming here, love. Hey, and there's some lovely girls across at factory. I mean, it is unusual in here
Yeah,
today.
it's flipping diabolical.
Listen, you two can argue till you are blue in the face, but we are not buying any houses. Do you understand that?
Yes, love.
What's she doing?
Don't ask me. I'm just married to her.
Right, I've sorted it out. Pair of you can go have a look at it at 2:30. Bet! I think he wants to buy me another drink.
Go on, finish him off.
I shouldn't really. I've had 2 already. But they are lovely, aren't they?
Go on, who's counting? Tell me, what do you do when he comes home the worse for drink?
Nothing. I'm always in bed when he gets back. He just gets in the other side and falls asleep.
I think perhaps you ought to fuss over him more. You know, ask him how he's feeling and would he like a cup of cocoa or something? And, well, have his pyjamas wrapped round the hot water bottle, that sort of thing.
It's easy to see why you've had a happy marriage.
Yeah, well, Stan knows he can rely on me, you see. I think perhaps that's your trouble. You got to show him you love him, you know, no matter what they get up to.
You never know what a help you've been to me.
Yeah, well, tell you what, you be waiting for him when he comes home from work. It's the little things that count, you see. Like, well, say, something special for his tea.
Oh, that would be lovely.
Yeah.
If only...
If only what, love?
No, it doesn't matter.
Oh, come on, you can tell me. I'm your friend.
Well, he doesn't always give me my housekeeping. Look, I'd better go.
No, wait.
No.
Look, I haven't all that much by me at the moment, but, well, that'll help. Yeah, go on. I can spare it.
Oh, bless you.
I've only just opened the mail, or I'd have brought it sooner.
Ha! Well, at least some people appreciate me.
What's that, man?
The Russians, darling, the Russians.
Oh, what are we having next? The Chinese over 60s?
Hey, read it, go on, just read it, go on.
Go on, Betty, read it out to class.
Dear Mr. Baldwin, I have been instructed by Mr.
Chernikoff. It's the lady interpreter who's written.
Do you get that? Instructed? Probably had a gun on her.
Oh, no, Bet. They were very nice people, very sensitive and very eager to learn.
From your lot over there, lovey. They'd probably gone back to the Kremlin and said, don't be frightened of the British sending any nuclear rockets over, because from what we've seen, they'll never find flaming button.
No, I won't take a look around. I'll just say we're very interested.
Well, let's have a drink on it, just for off chance, eh? Beer, all right?
Great, great. Hey, it will be just on the off chance. Till the missus makes her mind up like.
Oh, aye, I understand that.
Well, it's more than I can. I thought he was dead against buying this place.
So I am.
Don't know what you're on about, saying you're interested.
There is more than one way of skinning a cat. Trust your dad.
I'll bet I do.
Here you are, then.
Oh, cheers, mate.
Don't need glasses, do we?
Glasses? What's glasses? Cheers.
Cheers.
Ah, that'll do fine. Now, what was he wearing when he left?
Oh, blimey.
Perhaps you can remember, Mrs. Stillsley, what your husband was wearing. You've no idea?
Well, I saw him when I brought Nicky round.
Oh, that's our little lad.
But he could have changed. I mean, that was early in the morning.
Yeah, well, let's assume he didn't.
Well, it was a green and brown check jacket and green trousers. I don't remember what kind of shirt he was wearing.
He wore plain ones mostly, and brown shoes. And when he took his overcoat with him, I can't think why, but he did.
Ah, it's useful as a blanket if you're sleeping rough.
Sleeping rough?
That's a good sign, love. Shows he was thinking of looking after himself. Now, about money. Can't get far without money.
No, he had money. He had about £80.
And he had a soft spot for Hollingworth Lake, you say?
Yeah, that's right.
Right, well, I don't need to tell you. If he comes back home, as he probably will, let us know down at the station.
Supposing he doesn't?
Well, the drill's this. We carry on making inquiries locally based on what you've told us. And if he's not back in a week, a description goes to Scotland Yard. And that's circulated right round the country. If it's any consolation you're not on your own, over 11,000 men and women went missing last year in the Greater Manchester area alone. Now, some of them just walked back, and some more we traced. So, if you think of anything else that might help,
we'll let you know.
Find him for me.
Please.
do our best, love. You can count on that.
Disco they're opening, not a club for devils.
Well, I'm dreading it. I really am. Goodness knows we've little enough worth preserving round here, but so far we have kept mercifully free of late-night traffic noise and marauding drunkards. I mean, there'll be horns hooting, doors slamming...
You'll be chaining yourself to the railings of the Red Wreck next. You've got to make way for progress, love.
Progress? Encouraging them to drink and drive?
I've had to take it that my offer of a ticket for the first night is declined.
Oh, thank you, Alf, but no thanks.
What are you on about?
Graffiti club, love.
Oh.
Well, you'll have to do better than that, Gail. There, you've got to enthusiast. You're one of the supporters.
Yeah, well, can I have half a dozen eggs and a bottle of milk, please?
Yeah, of course you can. Run out over at the cafe, have you?
What? Oh, no, they're for Ivy.
Oh, yes, she'll have her hands full now Bert's back from hospital, won't she? And by the way, is she feeling any better?
Oh, yeah, she's fine. Just fine.
Room, Mum.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, come on, Mum. You've got to keep your strength up.
Brian, all I can think about is your dad and where he might be.
Look, me too. So why didn't you let me go out and have another look round?
I want you here with me, Brian. It's up to the police to find him now.
The police have more important things
But
to do.
I've told him that he's ill,
Look,
Brian.
I'm sorry, Mum. I just can't stand sitting around stewing when I could be out doing something.
Brian, it's up to the police to find him now. It's up to us to sit and wait. Give me the next girl. I'll make her something to eat.
I'll do it.
No, it'll give me something to do.
What are you doing, Egg? Putting all these sweets in?
If only I'd taken time off to settle him in.
We should stop blaming yourself, Mum.
Is it just the same, Ivy? We dumped Nicky on him straight away. If anybody's to blame, it should be us. I mean, when Nicky gets worked up, it's enough to drive anybody crackers.
Oh, not Bert, Gail. Come on, he never tires the kids, never.
Well, doesn't that prove he's not himself? I mean, look, it just happened, didn't it? Nobody's to blame, it's just... Oh, I can't go on with this. I'm a garage mechanic, not a flaming psychiatrist. I'm going out for another look round. Have some breakfast and put the radio on. I'll see you in a bit.
It's me.
Oh, so it is. What are you after?
Hey, plant at t'other side of the world tonight, aren't you?
I am, and I haven't finished packing this. Whatever it is, get it over with quick.
It's a present for our Craig.
You what? For our Craig? I'm not flying that 12,000 miles. What the hell is it? A tom-tom for his drum kit?
It's 2 homemade pigs as a slab cake to remind him of his grandma.
Look, Hadoka, it's a nuisance. Plain will have got off runway with this. What's wrong with book tokens?
You'll do note for me, will you? You with all your money, your horses and your retiring. You could have taken me on that plane with you to see that lad, but you're too damn mean.
Oh, all right, I'll take it.
Promise.
Yes, now get off with your finished packing. Go on.
Hey, see you for a farewell drink later at Rover's, eh?
Ooh, I look forward to that.
Hey, Chalky, it's only yours.
Flaming Nora.
Chin up, kid. We've come to view your property. I love your orchid, very majestic. Hey, it's not gone, has it?
No, but I nearly have.
Oh, don't say that.
It means he's going on his holidays today.
Oh, hey, we can't stop long, kid, because we're all on his dinner hour. Do you know, it's modernised, lovely, won't it, Jack? Knock a few walls out, could make it ultra-mod. Hey, what do you think, Terry?
It's all right.
Well, it must be, because Fairclough said it before you, didn't they, Chalky?
That's right, lovely.
I mean, it must be like, you know, sounds. Oh. Hey, can I have a look upstairs, kid?
All right, come on.
Right.
Excuse me.
Hey, I won't be a minute.
Well, we're okay, because we had a look yesterday, didn't we, Terry?
Aye.
Look, son. Are you into this buying thing?
Well, if my mum is, aye. You aren't, are you?
I mean, buying me a new cab, you know that.
Thing is, Dad, what good's a cab to me mummy? And really, that 1,000 that the landlord offered to get you out the flat, well, it does really belong to me mum, doesn't it? She has paid the bulk of the rent.
It's a bit of a dump, though, isn't it? I mean, I thought she was going to come in and say, yeah, stuff that.
Oh, I love it.
Thought wrong, didn't you, Dad?
Pools? You're pools mad, you are. And what's the pools ever brought you, eh? No, don't tell me, I'll tell you. £0.5 in 1953, 11 and 4 in 1965, and now since. If we had all the money you'd wasted on pools, we'd be rolling in it.
Be rolling in it now if you'd leave people like Kitty Earnshaw aside.
She wanted my advice. She looks up to me, which is more than can be said for you.
She wants your money, that's all she wants. And you look like giving it to her. So it's up to me to what's the future, isn't it?
Oh, don't talk to me about the future, Stanley. Makes me weep. And go on, get from under me feet.
Pour that tea and stop disturbing my concentration.
This tea is for them what's done a bit. You've not done nothing yet, so you're getting on.
Right, that's the bins finished.
Cup of tea, Eddie.
Don't say Eddie. Come on, Stanley. Let's get a couple of streets of windows sparkling.
I'll give it 5 minutes.
I told you this morning, be ready. I want an early start.
What's all the rush?
Chucky's on his holes, isn't he? I've got to get some pigeon keeping instructions.
You're full of workaholics, you are. All work and no play makes Jack a dull boy.
Yeah, and all play and no work makes Stan a fat lump. It's only me. Oh, hello, Mrs. Edge. Hey, you're just in time for a cuppa.
Come on, Eddie.
Hey?
Come on, Eddie.
Oh, right. You should come more often, Mrs.
I just came to say thank you, Mrs. Ogden.
Oh, sit down.
I did what you said.
Yeah?
I turned over a new leaf. I didn't nag him once last night, my Frank.
Oh, aye. And what happened?
Oh, it worked like a dream. We had a nice, quiet evening, cuddling in front of the fire.
You never.
Are you surprised?
Oh, well, no, it's what I anticipated might happen. It's the same with Stan, you see. I mean, nagging does now, but a bit of kindness, and he's an angel in trousers, he is honest.
So, what's my next step, Hilda?
Well, how do you mean?
About my Frank. What'll I do next?
Well, isn't everything all right now?
Well, I fancy we've got shutters sighing and sulking and black tempers, but what about chuckling?
Chuckling? Well, chuckling's good, isn't it?
Well, it would be, only it only happens when I'm out of the room.
Oh, I see.
Very worrying. What I want you to tell me, Hilda, is what is he chuckling about? Is it me, or what is it?
Give us your cup, Kitty.
My cup?
We might just find the answer in your tea leaves.
Oh, aye, yeah, see?
Ah. Oh, now. This is very interesting.
Tanking up, are you?
I'm just steadying my nerves for this afternoon.
Hot date back at your place, is it?
You've got a one-track mind, you haven't.
Aye, and it's going through a big, long, dark tunnel at the moment.
Well, I'm very sorry to hear, but just knock it off for a minute, will you? I'm trying to get these figures worked out. There. I'm trying to work without a supervisor, you see, which means I've got to do my job and trying to stop that factory developing into a non-stop chat show.
Well, I would have thought you'd been in your element. Calculator in one hand, whip in the other.
Very funny.
I'll tell you what. Take the afternoon off, take me to the seaside and I'll relax you.
Well, I'll tell you what. Why don't you go and chat up the optics, eh?
You're an ignorant pig.
Hey, what's up with you?
What isn't? You try and be nice, Betty.
Not fella trouble again, is it? I see. You wish it was, eh?
God knows, Betty. I don't ask for much. Just somebody to object when I switch channels. Somebody to complain about me whistling and steal me last fish finger.
I know how you feel.
January 1978.
Aye.
2 pints of vodka and lime, Betty Lowe. Right, let's get discussing the pros and cons, because I've only got another 5 minutes.
Any news of Ivy, Vera?
She's a bit under the weather, Mr. Baldwin.
This is Lancashire, love. We're all under the weather here.
Look, if you want to know how she is, why don't you go around and see? We're busy property speculating, aren't we, Chatlow?
I'll see you across the road in 4 minutes.
Yeah, you will. Right, kids, what do you think? Do we want it or do we want it?
There we are.
Towel.
Thank you, Dave. Thanks, love. Yeah, there's no doubt in my mind either, Terry.
Could use extra space now I'm back.
Right, well, that's settled then. Get round there, Jack, and clean shit.
Just wait a minute, hang on.
2 to 1, Dad, you're outnumbered.
Yeah, we'll put that £1,000 down.
All of it?
Well, of course, all of it. It's not like putting a down payment on a cookie, you know. I'll see you near after work. Right, ta-ra.
You cab's out then, eh, Dad?
Looks like it, doesn't it?
Blimey, Stanley, he's a total non-starter these days. Got him as far as the first cafe, got him a cup of tea, and then he wouldn't budge.
Well, he's getting on, isn't he?
Yeah, but what gets me, though, is like 2 years ago, he was shitting up and down them ladders like a giant ferret.
Ah, he's not the chap he was, is he?
Oh, he is. He's just contracted a bad case of morbid idleness.
You had a case of idleness to very little Marion, didn't you?
Oh, why, all the home shoes coming out now, Hardy. Now you're flying off.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Eddie. It's just I'm a bundle of nerves today.
Why?
Where's that plane, isn't it? I'm dreading that plane.
Oh, there's nothing to it. Look, you just strap yourself in, put the old headphones on. Before you know it, you're up there in the clouds, giving it all that with some big blonde bringing you Scotch and ginger ale. Then it's the flicks. Then it's the duty frees. Then it's the nosh. It's a joyride, mate.
Hey, I didn't know you'd flown before.
Well, you know.
You're flaming haven't, have you?
Well, not personally, no.
Not personally. Come on, I'll show you to do them pigeons. Oh, here we go again. Give it a shove, it's open. You know, it's been like Piccadilly Station this morning. Hello, Jack. Have you left somewhat?
No, I've come to make you an offer.
What sort of an offer?
Well, for the house, we want to move in.
You are?
Is it Brian?
No, it's a delivery for Alf.
I know he shouldn't go. I know I'll be worrying about him and all.
Oh, he's all right, Ivy. He's best doing. Anyway, where he was this morning, he's best off out of the road. You never know, he might want... Hello, Mr. Baldwin.
Hi, Gal. I was wondering how Ivy's getting on.
Well, not too good. She's asleep at the moment.
Any idea when she'll be back at work?
Well, soon, I should think.
Well, can't you tell me exactly? I want to know how long I've got to cope by myself.
Tell him to come in, Gail. Yes, love, it's a right to know.
What's going on?
Come in.
Now, look, what's happening? Are you ill or not?
No, Mr.
Well, it's all right for your Elsas and Yaders to go wandering off whenever they fancy, but not you. I rely on you.
Hey, Mr. Baldwin, you don't understand.
It's Bert, Mr. Baldwin.
Yeah, I know he's not well, but you told me...
We don't know where he is.
Just went off 2 days ago and nobody's seen him since.
Oh. Well, why didn't you tell me straight away?
Because I thought he'd be back. It's not the kind of thing you like admitting, is it, that your husband would walk away without saying a word?
No. No, of course not. Well, look, don't upset yourself. Have you told the police?
Yeah. We've just got to wait for news now.
Yeah, of course you have. Well, look, don't worry, I can manage.
Mr. Baldwin, don't tell girls, will you?
No, of course I won't. Look, if you want anything, just phone, all right?
He was very nice, wasn't he?
Oh, yeah, it can be when it suits.
Ena, come on, Ivy. We're all on your side, you know.
I know, love. I'm sorry.
20 then, please, love. Hey up, Hilda. You all right?
Very busy, as a matter of fact, Alf. What with me cleaning and me consulting.
Oh, yeah? Who have you been consulting, then?
Oh, I haven't. No, I've been consulting.
Oh, I bet somebody's in a lot of bother then. Has poor soul got a name?
I'm not at liberty to divulge, I'm afraid.
I thought as much. You're making it all up, aren't you?
I am not. It's Kitty Earnshaw, if you must know.
Oh, that explains it all then.
Eh?
Takes one to know one, eh, Mr. Roberts? What have you been helping her with then, Hilda?
With her husband, Frank.
Oh, that should be easy enough.
It's a very sensitive subject, as a matter of fact.
Sensitive? Lad's been dead best part of 20 years.
Yes, Hilda.
Eh? Oh, give us a large slice and a bottle of sterilised. Chuckling, eh? Wow, give her chuckling.
Hey, isn't it marvellous, Eddie? You look for a buyer and there's one under your nose all the time, eh?
Hey, well, let's be realistic. What exactly are you offering, Jack?
Well, what exactly are you asking?
Same as always. 10,000. Fix yourself up with a mortgage, see estate agent, and you're in.
Ah, well, it's a bit...
Now, wait a minute, where I know your kind. Look, I'm not going to budge more than a couple of hundred, no matter what you say.
Well, I wasn't going to ask.
In that case, put it there.
Hey, well, hang on. I mean, is that agreed? 10,000 is the price.
Well, this is what I've been trying to tell you. I mean, the fact is, I wasn't offering to buy at all as such.
What were you offering?
Bunging you about 3 months in advance and then renting off your bob starting this week.
Get lost.
Oh, come on, I can't afford to buy.
You can't afford? What about that 1,000 you were on about this morning?
I'm speculating in other directions, aren't I?
Right, well, I think that's the end of our business discussions, Mr. Duckworth.
You're damn right it is.
Come on, I've just made you a damn good offer there, and your bob will be a lot happier with some money trickling in every month. Stop him blowing it, won't it?
He wants a lump sum to start something over there, you great crate egg.
Well, you must be dead sick, because that's the best offer you're going to get for this load of rubbish.
Right, that's enough, Jack. Ta-ra. I don't want you upsetting my mate when he's flying off to Australia.
Oh, aye, that was something I meant to ask.
What?
Do you want a cab to the airport?
Yeah, my lord.
Cheer up, Hilda. Miserable when you're like this.
Well, I've been abused, Stanley. My generous nature's been took advantage of.
Oh, well, you shouldn't have a generous nature, should you? You can't afford it, can you?
You can't take my side for a minute, can you? You give me no support, and then when out goes wrong, you just start gloating, you great big dog. Not that way, Hilda. Be kind. Oh, it's you, is it?
Yeah, it's me.
And what is it now?
It hasn't worked, Hilda. I did what he said, but he just gave me a right funny look.
Did he?
Aye. And chuckling's still going on and all.
Is it?
I think you got the wrong idea about him, some road.
Oh, I definitely have, haven't I? And so have you. If you can chat to him, sit canoodling with him and hear him chuckling through 6 foot of soil.
Eh?
Well, he's been dead for 20 years, hasn't he?
What's that got to do with it?
What's that got to do? It means you've been telling me lies just to get your hands on my money.
I never wanted your money. I thought you were somebody who cares.
I am, more fool me.
It's not lies, Hilda, it's not. He's dead, I know, but it still needs sorting out.
Well, I can't do anything about a thing like that.
It's you who's the liar then, isn't it? You've been pretending you could help me. You've been telling me lies because it makes you seem clever, haven't you? Pretending you care because it makes you feel big. But when it comes to, lads, you don't care tuppence. You're all the same, them as us. You go around taking advantage of folks with troubles, fobbing them up with bits of your money. Well, here's your flaming money. I don't want it. I'll find somebody genuine to be my friend.
Oh, watch it, love.
Hey?
What were all that about, lovey?
Oh, I don't know, Betty. You're coming to a bit of money, and you think it's all going to be plain sailing.
Well, why not?
Why not? Because he threw the flaming offer in my face. That's why not.
What, £1,000 down and he threw it in your face?
He's a money grabber, isn't he? As soon as he found out that we were interested, the price went up, so I told him to stick it.
Well, he won't get off that easy. He'll have me to deal with.
It'll be too late, love. He's gone to Australia. So I'll tell you what we'll do. The next best thing...
Have you packed them
get me in that
cakes?
taxi.
Yes, I've got them with me.
Have you got your tickets?
In my wallet.
I'll bet you forgot your passport.
I didn't forget my passport. I'll bet
Hang on a minute, you stop there.
A couple of pints and a white ale.
Hey, you, come here. What's this I've heard of our Jack?
Oh, don't talk about your flaming Jack.
Now, listen, he made you a perfectly good offer. What's the idea of turning him down?
Correction, Vera. He made an unfair offer.
Yeah.
What, £1,000 deposit and rest on mortgage?
He never offered that. He offered 3 months in advance and a £5 a week.
He what? Jack? Oh, now listen, I want the house, no matter what our Jack says.
Well, you better see estate agent. I'm off directly.
Yes, I will.
Oh, don't worry about that. I'll sort it out. You just get off and have a good holiday.
Yeah.
Aye, happy landing.
Yeah.
He wants money for a new cab, the little snake. I'll cab him when I get hold of him. Won't have that house if it kills me. Hey, we'll be neighbours, kid. Well, don't look so pleased about it.
Smashing, yeah.
Anyway, how are you, kid? Baldwin were asking after you.
Yeah, he come round this afternoon.
The cheeky sod, I hope he told him where to get off. Your phone's ringing. Do you want me to answer it?
No, I'll get it. Fifty 4329. Yes, speaking. Oh, great. Where? Where? Oh, my God, is he all right? Oh, yes, I understand. Thank you. They found him.
Oh, my feet.
They traced him. He's in hospital.
Who's in hospital?
Weatherfield General.
No, Bristol.
Bristol.
Who's in Bristol?
Bert.
What's he doing in hospital? Is he all right?
Oh, they couldn't sell over me. Oh, come on, let's just be thankful. They found him. They found him. Oh. Oh.
You know, I fancied you, Bob.
Oh, I knew that. That's why I emigrated.
If he fancied me and all, he'd have done something about it. You hadn't have always been in there gooseberrying.
Are you just going to ignore me?
Oh, stop whinging, Phyllis. I'm talking to Bet, aren't I?
Hey, before I forget, I've got a pressie for you.
What's this when it's at all?
It's a Lancashire bush hat. Go on, put it on.
Hey!
Once has the only been man's mind of it. Listen, you say it tonight and I'll look after the cases, all right?
Good job, mate. Well, ta-ra.
Well, Tom.
What do you mean, well, Tom?
Goodbye.
Hey, what am I supposed to do with that, then?
Oh, Tom.
Oh, Phyllis.
Hey, and don't forget to tell our Craig to send his granny a picture postcard.
Well, cheerio, everybody.
Turn that dead faster. Tell him to drop dead, will you, Betty? Don't you want to talk to him? After what he suggested to me, come and live with me and be my bit of stuff. I don't.
Hey!
Hello? I'm sorry I made a mistake. She just popped out. Yeah. Of course you can if you like. I'll tell her. Yeah.
What did he say?
Oh, he weren't interested.
I'm not. What did he say?
Don't bother.
You see, he's not interested in me. Any port in a stone. He'll have phoned somebody else now.
Listen, hang on a minute. He said, don't worry. He'll pop in and see you tomorrow. Oh, yeah.
Bye, all. Bye. Bye. Cheerio.
Once has the only been...
How long will it take to get to Bristol?
We'll talk to her all the way. She'll be within 3 hours easy. And a bit of time to find the hospital.
Oh, you could be there by 11 then.
Yeah, should we?
Hey, listen, love, do you think we ought to ring hospital again, see if your dad's had a good night? I mean, if he has been sleeping rough like that policeman says, well...
We ought to get going, to be honest.
With a bit of luck, he might still be asleep.
You must be joking. You know what they're like in hospitals. They wake you blooming early there, don't they?
Well, you'll be there soon enough. See for yourself.
Look at that garage by the bridges open this time of morning. We'll need to fill up.
You always get petrol on the motorway.
Aye, it's always dear on the motorway and all.
Brian, we're not counting coppers today, are we? All we're worried about is getting there. I'm just glad they found him. Now, come on, let's get going.
Right.
Drive carefully.
Listen, have I packed his cardigan?
Mum, you packed enough stuff in here to start a jungle sale. Now, come on. We'll be back when you see us then.
Now, you do know what road we're taking, don't you?
Don't worry.
Why Bristol? I mean, you don't know anybody in Bristol.
Yeah.
Are they off for the day or what?
What? Oh, yeah.
I suppose Muggins has got to stop and look after the patient.
Yeah, that's right, Hilda.
Is there any tea left in that pot?
Hey.
What are you laughing at?
You keep fiddling with them all the time.
Well, they feel peculiar. They feel very large. I think they are too large.
No, they're smashing. They suit you. Don't they, Uncle Albert? Suit him.
Well, they don't know, and so they ought, considering what you paid for them. Shocking.
He looks distinguished, though, doesn't he?
Yeah. Can't concentrate when I'm reading, you know. I keep seeing these big things around the edges all the time.
Yeah, you'll get used to it.
Yeah.
There's any glasses you want, you know. It's a telescope. See from one in that room to t'other.
In all your born days, Uncle Albert, have you never had the urge to swing a cat?
All right, I'll send them over, if that's what you fancy.
Do you know we should have a party?
Yeah, if you like.
I do like. I mean, why have we never had a party? Because we never had enough space.
Oh, I always thought because we never had enough glasses. But we'll be all right now between the three of us.
There's no milk in the fridge, Al.
Oh, help yourself to one out of the crate, will you? Don't go walking around shop like that.
A lot of fellas is very keen to see me first thing in the morning, you know. Well, if you listen to what they said the night before, which of course I never do.
Oh, by the way, Des Foster rang last night.
Oh, did he?
Yes, they rang back later, just as I was going to bed. I hope you don't mind. I told her not to ring at that time of night again.
You did right.
Did I? Are you sure?
Positive. I had a call at Rover's as well.
Oh, what shall I tell him if he rings again, then?
Tell him how you like. Tell him I've emigrated.
Oh, I see. I get the picture. No, it must have been about 10:30 when he rang. I was very shirty with him.
Good.
Well, I'm glad you've seen sense over that fella.
Alf, how can you see sense over a fella? Will you tell me that?
But I remember he is married, that's how.
They're all married. It just means that some other poor female never saw sense either.
Where's Fred this morning, then?
Taking Mrs. Walker to Wilmslow.
What for?
She's gone shopping. I think she's looking for a bikini for her holidays.
Oh, she'd buy one and all her, you know, if it was in the sale. She buys all sorts and then never wears them. Still, they don't bother down south now, do they?
Bother what?
Well, with bikinis. You only need the one half. Oh, it's all topless on the beaches down there, you know. I've seen it on the telly. Disgusting.
Yeah, well, it's all right if you can get away with it, I suppose.
Do you think?
Well, it's only a 5-minute wonder, and once everybody gets used to it, it's doubt.
Well, it's bad enough when you go to buy a paper, it's staring you in the face. But you don't want that when you're on your holidays. Not in the flesh.
That's not the same.
Well, I wouldn't take Stan on one of them beaches. And it's him I'm thinking of, you know. He'd have a seizure. Oh, no. No, if there's one place we're not going for us holidays, it's anywhere down there.
You're stopping off the topless beaches then, Hilda?
Well, I tell you, if it ever gets as far as Morecambe, that's the end of the seaside as far as decent folk are concerned.
Will you be having a holiday then?
Oh, not really, no. No, we might go days out here and there. I like Llandudno for a day out, you know. You won't find them topless on the beaches at Llandudno or Colwyn Bay.
I like Colwyn Bay myself. I think I'll be doing the same as you know. It's all right, because, I mean, you usually meet somebody nice to talk to on the bus.
Yeah, and you never get that in your own car, do you?
No.
You never meet anybody.
No.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
I'll tell you who's out for the day and all. Ivy Tilsley with their Brian. And him lying poorly at home.
There's somebody there to look after him. I mean, young Gail's there. Well, if Stan were poorly, you wouldn't catch me going off anywhere, no matter who was there. And she's supposed to be taking time off to look after him, you know. Still, it's any excuse for some folk, isn't it? They've no conception. Look, is it any of your business, Hilda? Oh, I'm not saying it is. I just speak as I find, that's all. I tell you what, you see Mrs. Walker and she'll give you something to keep yourself occupied. Grover's returned. Oh, no. No, she's not in tonight. Well, she's not usually in this time in any case. It's a night off. Yeah, I'll tell you phone. OK, bye. Oh, was that one? Man in the moon.
Do you know that second time running we've been left with that? If he doesn't collect this week, I'm cancelling.
He's probably gone on holiday and just forgotten to say.
Not bothered about that, but it's not the easiest thing get shut of round here, is it? What's it all about? Hiking and rambling? Do people still go hiking?
Lots of people go hiking.
Well, I don't know any.
Well, I've been hiking. I went hiking with Victor.
I remember you going off for a funny weekend with Victor. Not sure what you got up to, but I remember you were very pale and wan when you came back.
You know, years ago I used to go on rambles with the chapel. Great big gang of us, but you know how it is. People all drifted off in the various ways. Canada, New Zealand.
Got married.
Hey,
Hello, Emily. Magazine, is it? Please. Don't suppose you fancy reading all about hiking and rambling, do you?
I might well. Do you know, I was only thinking the summer's gone, practically, and I never seem to get out and enjoy it.
Do you fancy going on a ramble then? It'll be wonderful up on the Pennines.
Oh, I'm not sure I've really got all the apparel for it.
Well, stout shoes is all you need, really. Stout shoes and a stout heart and a stout companion.
Oh, well, you better ask Alf Roberts go with you then.
Oh, we could do some of the Pennine way. Not all of it, I mean, just a little bit.
And you could stay at youth hostels.
No.
No, because they have age limit on that, don't they?
No, they don't.
Then why do they call them youth hostels?
Well, probably because people who go out in the fresh air stay young at heart, Rita. Look, why don't we go into town on Saturday and see what we might need, you know, but could buy some maps, because there's a lot of fun in planning where you're going to go.
Well, I'll read this and see if it fires my enthusiasm.
Oh, I can feel the urge to go coming on me very strongly, just to stride out into the wilderness and feel free.
Yes. Of course, Victor's got a cottage in Pennines, hasn't he?
Oh, I doubt whether we'd go in that direction.
Yeah, I must say it is rather appealing, just to stride off on your own 2 feet.
Yeah, and just think, when you shut your door, you leave all your troubles behind you.
Oh, if I thought I could do that.
Do you want the ordinary salmon?
No, make it
The best.
Why not? It's a treat for Bert.
Oh, how is it, by the way?
Oh, so, you know.
Not up and about yet, then?
No, but he should be soon.
Well, tell him I'll pop in. I'll bring him a bottle of beer. That'll cheer him up.
Well, I don't think he's ready for visitors, not just at the moment.
Oh.
Another thing he likes is bakewell tart.
Ah, you're in luck there. Fresh in this morning.
Right, give us a box.
You don't, do you, when you're low? Fancy visitors, I mean.
Well, that's how it is, really.
I hate it when people try and cheer you up, and all you want to do is be left on your own to feel rotten because you haven't got the strength to make the effort.
Yeah.
That it, then?
Here's Tom.
£1.60.
Hello, Pam. How are you? Busy. I'm looking for your husband, but he's not at the centre. Oh, no, he won't be. He's at the town hall most of the day today, and then he's going somewhere else. I can't remember where, but he's got something. Can I give him a message?
Well, I'm thinking of doing a follow-up story to the disco protest. You know, now the place is opening.
Hey, you don't want to write anything to upset him, you know. There could be a regular advertising in your paper.
Oh, I'll tread carefully. All the same, anything from Ken should be interesting. Anyway, tell him I'm looking for him.
Yeah, he'll be in tonight.
Is he again tonight?
Well, call in tomorrow afternoon, then. You can have a look at our wonderful alterations at the same time.
Oh, have you had much done?
Oh, you wouldn't recognise the place. We've had it all modernised and done up.
Really? Oh. There could be a piece of that in the recorder. You know, things people are doing to these houses.
Oh, well, call and have a look at it. You can have a drink at the same time.
Drinks in the afternoon? Do the place up, it's instant decadence.
No, actually, it's a bit of a birthday do for Uncle Albert. There'll be a few fellas coming, but I don't think there'll be much dancing because he is 88 and most of his mates are getting on and all.
Well, if Ken's going to be there, I'll drop in then.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.
You don't suppose she fancies your young man, do you?
You don't think so, do you? Nah, I think she's just using her contacts. Anyway, what if she does? I wouldn't like to think I was the only person on God's earth who fancied it.
Aye, 6 kings.
Is that counting him that's abdicated?
Aye.
Well, you can't really count him, he wasn't crowned.
He was king all the same. Right, isn't it? Every 8th, king, Crown or not?
Oh, yes. The king is dead. Long live the king.
I've lived under 6 trains. How many have you lived under?
Oh, not nearly as many as that, Mr. Tatlock.
Oh, you know, there's some you can kid and some you can't. But your birthday is day after tomorrow, day after mine. Some differences I don't mind cracking on.
Hello, love.
Is it your birthday tomorrow, love? Which one?
88.
Oh, well, there's only one birthday present for you. 2 fat ladies. Hey, but will I do instead? You'll draw your pension, I'll raid housekeeping. We'll paint the town all colours.
Yes, Chuck.
No, I'll wait till Bet's got a moment.
Oh.
Could you tell her I'd like a word?
Yeah.
You're not turning me down, are you, Albert?
Ah, well, older men can sometimes be more discriminating, you know, Vera.
My colleague pulls pints every bit as good as me does.
Yeah, well, a pint isn't the only thing on my mind.
Well, pulling pints is the only thing I've got on my mind. So is it bitter?
No. Look, I had me work cut out getting here this dinner time. I'm making those phone calls last night.
Well, I'm sorry you took the trouble.
There's things I want to say to you, things that might change your mind.
No, Des. I don't want to change my mind. Now, if you don't want a pint, I've got other folk to serve. Bet, love, can I have another? Yes, Chuck. No need to be impatient, Michael. Same again.
I never said a word.
You almost raised an eyebrow.
Telepathic, this girl, you know.
I'm attuned, Michael, to your slightest whim.
Oh, in that case, take one yourself.
Bet, when you got a minute?
I'm a bit rushed, love. Betty, with no wands.
I'll see Mrs. Walker, love.
It's all right, I'll see to it.
Hey, what? That's him, isn't it? In what rang up this morning.
Oh, no, dear.
Oh, is
Over there. Bet Lynch is fancying him.
Oh, aye. Well, if that's her fancy man, she's keeping it very close secret.
Oh, not from me.
Maybe not. But she's keeping it very well hidden from him.
Aye. 6 kings and 3 wars.
3?
Yeah. Last lot with Hitler. Then before that, the Kaisers. And before that, the Boer War.
Oh, the Boer War. Well, thank God for that. For a minute, I thought you heard something I hadn't.
Give you a change in a minute, love. Mrs. Walker's just coming.
Bet, love.
Same again, is it?
No. Look, stop pretending I'm not here. Please. I want to talk to you.
Look, Des, I'm working. Now is it a pint?
Yeah, all right. Look, I know it's not a good place to talk.
No, it isn't.
Yeah, well, how else can I get hold of you?
Look, Des, what have you got to say, and is it going to be any different?
Well, some of it is, some of it isn't.
Des, don't start it up all over again.
Look, it's your night off tonight, innit? Let me pick you up, please.
Don't come round to the corner shop. You know what Alf's like.
You know where Talgarth Avenue is?
Yes.
Well, the big house on the end, number 5, flat 2. 8 o'clock. I'll see you there.
You wanted some pound nosebed?
Oh, thank you, Mrs. Walker.
You know, if you busied yourself serving beer, you might receive some from outside of the bar.
Hey, listen. Yeah. I want you to be a good boy tonight because your granddad's coming home.
Why?
He's coming home from hospital and I think he'll want a bit of peace and quiet.
Yeah.
Do you hear?
Yeah.
Peace and quiet. He's not being very well, you know.
Hello.
Oh, hello, Mr. Baldwin. Come in. There's nobody here. It's me and Nicky.
Oh, that's right. I just popped in to see how Ivy's coping. Any news?
Ivy's in Bristol. Brian drove her down.
Bristol?
Gone to pick Bert up. We found out last night that's where he is.
In Bristol? Why?
Don't ask me why, because I don't know. He just must have found his own way down there somehow.
Well, how did you find out?
The police. Oh, he's not in any trouble or had an accident or anything. We just know that's where he is. And he's in hospital.
Well, why is that?
Got to keep him in overnight for observation. I really don't know anymore. I was expecting Brian to give me a ring. I think he must just have collapsed in the street. He wasn't over that last do at all.
Look, it's not a stroke or anything like that, is it?
No, that was the first thing Ivy asked and they said there was no question about it.
Oh, that's good. Well, look, Tell Ivy not to bother. Just come in when she feels like it, all right?
Yeah, thanks. You've been very kind. It is appreciated.
But that's a weight off her mind, eh? See you.
If you only knew.
You know, I got a sudden shock. I'd forgotten for a minute we'd had all this done.
Oh, hankering for the way it was, are you, like Uncle Albert?
Oh, not in the least. I feel a quarter of a century younger just walking into it, huh?
I love it. Just let me get this done while Uncle Albert's out of the way.
Oh, what's all this for, then?
Tomorrow. He doesn't know it yet, but he's having a party. I bumped into old Wilf Bottomley in the shop and I told him to tell of a few of his mates to come round.
Oh, that's nice.
So you will be here tomorrow, won't you?
Yes, I think so.
Good. Oh, did Pam Mitchell get hold of you?
No.
Well, she was looking for you.
Oh, must be the glasses. I definitely think they enhance my appeal.
She's never seen you with your glasses.
True, by the same token, I haven't seen her with my glasses either. I seem to remember she was rather attractive, but maybe I'll find out she wasn't there.
You find her attractive, do you?
Anyway, what does she want?
Change the subject, that means you do. No, I think she wanted to do something else about this disco, you know, follow-up to all the business.
Oh, I doubt that'll count to much. I don't think it's news anymore.
Anyway, I told you you'd probably be here tomorrow afternoon. I said we were having a bit of a do for Uncle Albert, so I said, drop in, have a drink, christen the conversion.
Did you? Oh. Why?
Well, who do I ever meet stuck here or in the shop? I thought we'd change the house, so we might as well change a few other things as well, like meet a few more interesting people.
Fine, I'm all for it.
Not too interesting, just interesting enough.
What's that say?
You have a kind heart, kid.
A soft head. What do you want?
Well, I'll heart freeze, you know, quick, preferably poison.
Yeah, well, help yourself, love, will you? I'm supposed to be doing me stock taking.
I've been out drinking with girls, you know. Hey, Sylvia's getting engaged. Do you know, I suddenly thought I've got no in. Thought I'll have to feed him, won't I? Hey, what about fish?
Very good for the brains.
Well, it'd be wasted on him, me ain't got any. What about beef burgers?
Right, Alf, I'm off out now. I shan't be late, but don't stop up if I am. Hello, Vera.
Hello, love. Are you going out? Were you going anywhere nice?
No, not really, love. To tell you the truth, I don't know why I'm bothering going.
Oh, you're just in time. Kettle's only just boiled. Where's Bert?
Hang on, love. Let's get Mum sat down first.
Oh, come on, Brian. I've been sat all down all the way from Bristol.
Come on, Mum.
I'm all right, Brian. Look, I'm all right.
No, I'm not, Gail.
Is he very poorly?
Yeah, he's poorly.
Well, it's all things he's been going through, isn't it? I mean, come on. Everything's happened to him.
Well, tell me.
Well,
They found him yesterday. He was hanging around his shopping centre all day.
What do you mean, hanging around?
Hanging around, not going anywhere. And talking to people.
Well, Bert does talk to people. He's very
People
friendly.
walking past, not making any sense. The police thought you were drunk, but you wasn't. So they took him to hospital.
well, he's gone through that much, love, hasn't he? I mean, redundancy, breaking his arm, a stroke. I mean, it'd be too much for any man, wouldn't it?
What was he like when you saw him?
It's hard to describe. Honest. You'd be that shocked if you saw him, girl, you would.
I don't think he recognised us, love. I mean, can you believe that? There were no response from him, were there, Brian, at all?
You said hello, and after a while, practically nothing. You couldn't talk to him at all.
Well, what are they doing for him?
Well, he's in the hospital and he's under the psychiatrist and then they're going to probably move him to another hospital.
Did you talk to the doctor?
Yeah.
What did he say?
He said he'll have to stay there for a while.
How long?
He said it's hard to say. He'll have a better idea in a couple of weeks.
Well, we can't go on pretending he's still here,
Look,
can
that's neither here nor there, is it?
Well, we don't have to tell nobody nothing, do we? I mean, he's ill. That's all they need to know. I mean, he's just ill, isn't he? I mean, he can't help it, can he?
You came?
Yes. Well, before you say out, let me tell you. I don't know why I came. I think I'm being a fool, that's all.
Well, you must have some idea why you came.
Like I said, I'm a fool. I've known it for years.
Let's not mess about. I'm no good at boxing, Clever. Hard enough saying what you think, what you feel. I still feel the same way. Same as I did before.
Yes, well, I know all about that, don't I?
No, I don't think you do. I don't think you really believed that I meant everything.
And is this another flat that you want to move into? Or just a thoughtful friend left you with a key?
Look, last time, I know that the things I said to you weren't right. You were right. It isn't good enough just being a bit on the side. Not good enough for you, and I know it's not.
So what are we doing here, then?
Well, I'm here because I want you. And you're here because, even though you're acting funny, well, you wouldn't have come if you thought nothing of me.
Well, I suppose anybody could work that out.
So you do feel the same. I don't mean about the flat. I mean about me.
Oh, Des, of course I do. But what's the good of it? I don't want to feel that way about anybody. I get churned up. I want things I can't have. I can't even ring you. I'm just left half the time. I don't even know if I cross your mind when I'm not with you. And just when I think I'm getting over it, you come round again. And then I'm right back where I started, which is nowhere.
Take a look at this place and tell me if you fancy starting here.
Oh, Des, let's not go through the same thing.
It's not the same. If you move in here, you'll have company. Me. I've put 3 months down.
How much of your company will I have?
As much as you like. I mean, I'll be living here.
And where's your wife in all this?
I've left my wife.
When?
Does it matter? I have done. That's what matters.
Because of me?
Can I show you around the flat?
Yes, I can see it is. Good writing too, isn't it? Not bad writing, that.
No, smashing. And this is from me.
Oh, Tara.
Morning.
Hiya.
Morning. And happy birthday, Uncle Albert.
Thank you.
We're just opening our presents.
Oh, I got a scarf from home.
No, there's not much you haven't got, is there? I thought it'd keep you warm this winter when you're going down to the Legion.
What the hell is a book?
Yeah, don't say you've got a book. It's the history of a Lancashire Fusiliers, and you certainly haven't got that.
Oh, I said it's a grand one, isn't it?
Yes, your old regiment, Uncle Albert. Be a few names and places in there that you know very well.
Oh, print's a bit on the small side.
Yes, but do you like it?
Oh, well, if I can read it, I would. Where's my magnifying glass?
Oh, it's in your room. I'll get it for you.
Never mind. You're not going to fetch and carry for me. I'll get it.
Well, I think he's enjoying his birthday so far. It's a bit hard to tell, isn't it?
Why doesn't he have a birthday party?
Shoo, he is. He doesn't know it yet, though. It's a surprise.
We can keep a secret, though, can't we, Tracy?
Yes.
Good girl. Now, he knows a few people are coming round to have a look at our nice new kitchen, but what he doesn't know is that we've invited some of his mates to celebrate his birthday.
When you asked Pam Mitchell if she'd come round, did she say she'd definitely come?
Not definitely, no. She said she might drop in. Why?
Well, there's something going on at the town hall that my bosses want to keep hushed up. I want it out in the open, and Pam Mitchell is the only newspaper editor I happen to know.
Here you are, Ivy. A nice soft-boiled egg.
Well, I'm not really hungry, love.
Now, come on, you didn't eat last night either. Oh, come on, I stood over that special. 3 minutes exactly, just how you like it. Done your bread and butter and all.
Well, thanks, love. You're very kind. So's our belly.
Get it down, Nick. Keep your strength up.
Sit up.
Oh.
You're going to work today, Mum?
No, of course she's not.
It might be a good idea. Help take your mind off things.
I can't face it, Brian. I've got questions people be asking. How's Bert?
Yeah, well...
They'll all be asking me.
Look, I know they will, Mum, but,
Well, what am I going to say to them? I mean, if I say he's in hospital, they're going to say what's the matter with him, aren't they? I mean, what am I going to tell them then? I just can't believe it's happened. I can't believe it. Why us?
Look, Ivy, I'm not going to work today. I'll ring the cafe and tell them I can't get in.
Oh, no, love, it's all right. You don't have to stop for me. Brian, you go to work. I'll be all right.
Mum, listen. About me dad. You're going to have to tell people sometime.
Not now, Brian.
No, I want to say this, girl. I don't think it's any good avoiding people. They'll only wonder what's going on. And I honestly think you'd be better off talking about it. Don't bottle it up and hide it away.
I can just hear him now, can't I, Brian, when they do hear about it. How they talk about it. Have you heard about Bert Tilsley? He's gone round twist. He's in a loony bin. That's how people talk, Brian. I mean, I've heard people talk about other people like that. I mean, that's how I've even talked about people myself. God forgive me.
Don't they wear some gear, these young brides, eh?
Hey, look at this.
Well, good luck to her if she likes it.
Oh, you can't beat a traditional white wedding dress, can you? I mean, with white lace and all this stuff. Costs you a fortune, though, you know. There's a girl lives down our street from me, Linda Morris. It's costing her 400 quid.
How much?
Yeah.
Oh, hey, it's a heck of a lot of money, isn't it? Must be a wonderful dress.
Oh, it's lovely. She'll only wear it the once, though.
Yeah. Still, it is the greatest day of a woman's life, isn't it?
Yeah.
I know it was for me. Been all downhill ever since, man.
Hey, Hilda, any sign of Eddie and Marion getting wed? They've been engaged ages now, haven't they?
Ah, well, they're saving up, you see, because they want to have everything just right when they get married. You know, deposit on their own home and money for the furniture and that.
She's a sensible girl, Marion, isn't she? Ooh, he's dead lucky, is Eddie?
Oh, aye, Eddie's lucky. Mind you, I wouldn't call Marion sensible. I mean, she's no chicken, is she? If it were me, which God forbid, seeing who the bridegroom is, I'd have him down at that church tomorrow and tell with furniture.
Ah, well, we're not all like you know. Any road has for getting a fella to the altar. Well, you're hardly the one to give advice, are you? Never having managed it.
Oh, well, I can see why you'd be in no rush for Eddie to get wed.
How do you mean?
Well, let's face it, Hilda. Marion will be gaining a husband and you'll be losing a lodger. The money he pays will make a big difference to you.
Luke, I treat that lad more like a son than a lodger. I only want what's best for him. Any road, when he does get married, I can easily get another lodger, no danger. Be many one glad of a good billet.
I won't mind another lodger. You get fed up with TV and radio for company. You need something human.
Yeah, well, that's why Hilda wants a lodger. She's stuck with Stan.
Hey, you just shut up about Stan.
So were you? Heard you call him a lot worse than that.
Well, I'm entitled. He's my husband. Hey, Betty, that were a nice young chap you had lodging with you that time. You know, that electrician.
Ah, young Alec, yeah. Had a card from him last week. Down south now, you know.
I tell you who's looking for digs at the moment.
Who?
Larry, what's his name? He mentioned it the other night. Isn't he a joiner? You know, didn't his wife leave him? Any road, he's looking for digs at the moment.
I think I know who you mean. Don't he like a drink?
Oh, aye. Sup it out of a sweaty cloth. Not a bad chap, though.
I don't want him as a lodger. No, he's too old.
Give over, he's only about your age.
That's what I mean.
I don't get you.
Ah, well, it doesn't do, you see. It's all to do with being different age groups. You see, it was all right, Betty, having that young chap for a lodger, but when it's somebody your own age, oh, no, it doesn't do. I mean, it's like you and Alf Roberts. No wonder people talk.
Yeah, don't worry me if they do.
I bet it worries Alf. The pair of you, both single, living in that house together, same age group.
We are not in the same age group. Alf's years older than me.
Give over. No, that's why you get wagging tongues.
Look, I don't care what folk wag or how fast.
Listen, she's got a point, lovey. They are talking about you and Alf.
And it's all to do with age, you see.
I see the cleaning has come to a dead stop, Mrs. Ogden. Your discussion must be of absorbing interest.
Well, I was just saying, Mrs. Walker, that when you've got a lodger in the house, there's a right way and a wrong way. Well, of course, nobody knows that better than you do.
What on earth do you mean?
Well, I mean, you've got Fred G lodging with you, haven't you? But you never hear.
He is not a lodger. He is an employee who lives on the premises. It is totally different.
Yeah, well, the point I'm trying to make is, Mrs. Walker, that, well, you never hear anybody hint. I mean, you've never heard any talk about Fred and Mrs. Walker, have you?
No. Talk? What kind of talk?
Well, like with Bet and Alf Roberts. And it's to do with being different age groups, you see. I mean, nobody talks about you and Fred. I mean, you being old enough to be... well, him being, like...
Mrs. Ogden, will you kindly stop this stupid chatter at once and get on with your work?
Hilda, you were close to death then. Morning.
Morning, love.
Have you got any of them paper serviettes?
Oh, yes, I think so. Yes, here we are.
Oh, great. And have you got some birthday cake candles as well?
Oh, now then. Don't know. We should have.
Something tells me you're having a birthday party. Not little Tracy, is it?
No, it's Uncle Albert. He's 88 today, would you believe?
88? Oh, isn't that amazing? I mean, when you think of all the changes he's lived through. I mean, just imagine when Mr. Tatlock was born, Queen Victoria was on the throne.
And now he's 88, she's back as Prime Minister. Hey, I'll tell you something, I don't fancy hanging around till I'm 88.
Hey, Uncle Albert enjoys himself, you know.
Oh, that's it, isn't it? If you're still enjoying yourself, that's all right.
What do you mean if you're still enjoying yourself? You haven't even started enjoying yourself, lady. And if you want my opinion, you're leaving it a bit late.
Oh, take no notice, Mavis. Hey, listen, this party we're having isn't just for Uncle Albert, you know. It's as much to celebrate our alterations as anything else. So if either of you two feel like dropping in for a drink, you're very welcome.
Thank you very much. Oh, here we are. Birthday cake candles. Knew there was somewhere, but, well, I doubt if we've got 88.
Oh, I don't want that many, love. I mean, when you get to that age, it's enough to be blowing the one out, isn't it?
Good morning, Mr. Tatlock.
Good morning.
Yes?
How do you mean?
Well, I was waiting for you to order.
Well, I'm waiting for you to say something.
Mr. Tatlock, my appetite for conundrums and riddles is not what it was.
Well, it's my birthday today, and I thought you were going to say, have a drink.
I shall say, many happy returns of the day.
Well, I was going to buy you a drink tomorrow. It's your birthday, isn't it? Day after mine.
You know, there's nothing wrong with your memory.
No, no, there isn't. And I know how old you are, too. If you don't believe me...
I do believe you, Mr. Tatlock. Now, you must have a run with me, a large one, and we'll say no more about it.
Right.
I'll just have a quick off.
Oh, in a rush, are you?
Yes, I am. But I specially found time to come and see you.
Aren't I the lucky girl?
Well, you know what I'm after. How about it?
How about what?
You know what I'm talking about, you and me. Well, you've seen the place. I've asked you straight. Oh, come on, Bet. It was just what you wanted a couple of weeks ago.
Yes, it was.
Well, that's what I'm offering. All you have to do is to say yes.
Des, don't rush me. I'm thinking about it.
Oh, Bet, what have you got to lose?
That's what I'm thinking about.
She's desperate to get a fella. I'd shoot myself if I was like that.
Very keen. Keener than her.
Don't let her kid you. She'd go after anything in trousers. Lets the street down, if you ask me.
I didn't ask you, did I, Hilda? How's young Brian?
Oh, I'm okay, thanks. I'll have a pint, please, and a pie when you got a chance.
Okay, Doc.
How's your mum, Brian?
My mum? Why?
Well, I thought she looked a bit under the weather last night. You know, getting out of your van with that suitcase.
She's okay.
Hold up.
Thank you. I've not seen your dad around for a day. Is he all right?
He's fine. Everybody's fine.
Hello. Oh, Mr. Baldwin, come in.
Oh, yeah, Bert turned up. I popped in yesterday. Gal said you went to pick him up. Down Bristol way, wasn't it?
Yes.
Ah, good. Well, he's all right, I take it.
No, he's not.
Well, what's all this then? Didn't you bring him back?
No, he can't come back home, Mr. Baldwin. He's not well enough.
Oh, what's the matter? Has he been in some kind of accident or something?
No, it's not.
Look, Ivy, I want to help you all I can. I'll do everything I can to help you, but you've got to put me in the picture. He's, not left home, has he?
No, not like you think, Mr. Baldwin. He's in hospital and the doctor's saying he needs treatment. It's his mind.
You trying to tell me that he's mentally ill? Oh, blimey. Well, that's a bit of a shaker for you, isn't it?
I just don't know what to do, Mr. Baldwin.
Well, this hospital, I mean, what's it like? Do they give the impression that they know what they're doing?
Yeah, well, the doctors were very kind. Everybody was very nice, really, you know, and they said they're doing everything they possibly can for him.
Yeah, but did they say he was going to get better?
Yes, he said he probably will get better, but, well, they've warned me it's going to be a long job.
Well, at least there's hope. I mean, things could be worse, couldn't
How could it be worse, Mr. Bowen?
Well, it was worse when you didn't know where he was, wasn't it? Eh? I mean, at least you know he's alive. He's in the best possible hands.
Yeah, I suppose so.
Well, look, if you want any time off to go and visit him or anything, let me know. I'm sure we can sort something out.
Yeah, thanks, Mr. Bowen.
It's no good moping, you know, Ivy. Best thing you could do is to get back to work. I could do with you back over there, cracking the whip over those girls.
No, I can't, Mr. Bowen. I can't face people. I can't face telling them.
They'd all be on your side, you know.
No, Mr. Bowen, promise me. Don't say anything about Bert, please.
I promise you, they won't hear anything about it from me.
Wake Uncle Albert up.
What time have you invited people for?
Oh, I said any time after 5:30.
Well, it's about that now, so we might as well wake him up, don't you think? Oh, sorry, I'll go.
Did you have a nice sleep, Uncle Albert?
I wanted to sleep. I was not resting my eyes.
Come on in. Go through.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. How now then, Albert?
Stand by your beds now. Stand by your beds. Right here.
Now, what do you two want?
We've been invited.
Ah, it's your birthday party.
Birthday party?
Yeah.
I'm not having one.
Oh, yes, you are. It's a surprise for you.
Well, why didn't you tell me? I could have got ready.
Nay, Albert, when you get as old as us, you're ready for out.
How old are you then, Albert, now?
88.
88.
That's clogging up a bit, isn't it? Hey, and I'll tell you this, you're looking a lot better.
I'm feeling a lot better, too.
Yeah, well, I hope you lads have brought your appetites with you anyway.
Oh, don't worry, love. We can shift anything that you put in front of us.
Good. It's all ready. I'll just go and put kettle on.
Lovely.
Oh, Flower.
Well, seeing as how my birthday, well, you brought me for a present. I suppose you've forgotten now.
We haven't forgotten. Me and Tommy have got this between us for you. A little bottle of red.
I was half a bottle.
Oh, well, I hope we're not too late.
Aren't you? Good open.
Oh, well, eventually.
Hello.
Good evening.
Hello.
Good evening.
Many happy returns.
Thank you.
Little present for you.
Now, yeah, you see, somebody doesn't need reminding.
And here's another happy birthday, Mr. Tatlock.
Thank you.
Right, now, what have we got having to drink? There's tea for those who like tea, and there's beer for those who like beer.
Hello, love. Good work.
I'm not due until 8 o'clock. No, as a matter of fact, I'm meeting somebody for an hour or two. There's Foster. Put your face straight, it's not what you think.
Oh, give over. I'm broad-minded, you know that. Mostly.
Listen, Alf, between us, he's left home.
Has he?
He's walked out and he's got himself a flat. I'll be able to tell you definite later tonight, but it looks like I'm going to make your wildest dreams come true.
I'm not with you.
Well, if I move in with Des like he wants me to, you'll have your home all to yourself again.
Look, you've no need to move out. I won't put any pressure on. You can stop here.
I know. But it looks like it's going to be the best thing all round, doesn't it, love?
I don't know. If you think you're doing the right thing, some good will come of it. But I don't know. I've just got a feeling you're being a fool to yourself.
Hello, BT, Norman. Hello. Come in.
Present for my dad.
Right, go on in.
Thanks. Oh, it's a party you're having, is it?
Oh,
hello. Hello, Dad. Happy birthday to you, Dad.
All you wish yourself, Albert?
Ah.
I see, we weren't asked then. His own flesh and blood, but not asked to his birthday party.
Yeah, well, it's not really a party, Beatty. It's more of a get-together to celebrate the alterations.
Oh, yes, and what's that? An Accrington brick?
Yeah, well, you're here now anyway, Beatty, so have a drink. Beer, Norman?
Aye, go on.
No, thank you. If we'd been wanted, we'd have been invited. I'll not stop where I'm not wanted.
Look, you're very welcome, both of you.
Norman, come along.
You don't know but put a damper on it anyway.
Oh, hell. I'm always putting my foot in it with Beatty. I'm sorry, Ken.
Oh, forget it, love. You may have noticed that Beatty seems to enjoy being hard put to. You know, she thrives on it.
Well, there, that's the cake cut.
Well, I'll hand it round now, shall I? There you are. Would you like a piece, Mr.
Call me Wilfred.
Oh.
I haven't seen you before, have I?
Well, I think I've seen you in Rosamond Street in the cabin. I work there.
Do you ever do any dancing at all?
Yes, I can dance.
Only I've been wondering, how are you fixed for going to an old-time night?
Don't bother with him, baby. She's married.
Oh.
Married.
Oh, you miserable tale-telling git you are.
Hello, Pam. Hello. Come in. What would you like to drink? I'll have a beer. Right. Ken, Pam wants a beer, yeah. Well, you've done wonders with this room. It's got a good feeling. Oh, we were quite pleased with it.
Here you are, a beer. I didn't think you weren't coming. I've got something important I want to talk to you about.
Well, are you liking being on your own, then?
Well, I'm hoping I won't be on my own for very much longer.
You don't fool me, you know. You just want somebody to wash your socks.
No, that's not what I want you for, Bet. And I do want you.
Do you?
Yeah, of course I do. Why do you think I left home?
Oh, come on, Bet, don't keep me on pins.
We've got a life to live together. So move in here and let's get started.
All right. I'll move in tomorrow.
Great. Let's have a drink to that. We'll be happy, yeah? You and me.
Yeah. I think we will.
Mind you, took your time making your mind up. I thought you'd gone off me.
Of course I hadn't gone off your love. I just wanted to be very sure you were being straight with me.
Yeah. To us.
To us.
It's precisely the sort of thing you should be exposing.
I suppose the council's attitude would be that they're short of money?
Oh, yeah, sure, what council isn't? Yeah, I mean, there is an economic problem, but the thing that really infuriates me is the crafty underhand methods that they're using.
Have I got this right? They're planning, on the quiet, to close 2, possibly 3 of these youth clubs?
Well, that's what it amounts to, yes, and to justify the closures, they're fabricating figures to show that the clubs aren't being used.
I would have thought kids today needed youth clubs more than ever.
Absolutely, yes. The alternative of half of them not having jobs is hanging around street corners and getting into trouble.
So, how do the council plan to make out these clubs aren't wanted?
Well, I've already started messing around with the opening hours. You know, kids turn up and they're shut, or there's no equipment.
Such as what?
Well, in the simplest way, you turn up for a game of table tennis, there's no net and one squash ping pong ball, so you go somewhere else instead, and then eventually you don't go back at all.
Yeah, I get the idea.
Then they send out some figures showing the youth clubs aren't being used, and then they close them.
I could just fancy a drop of rum now, Albert.
Come on, Albert. What about taking the top off that bottle? No, it's only half a bottle, and it's my present.
Ah, but we bought it.
It's out for your, it's good for your stomach as a drop of rum. And mine's griping me right now. That's all to that food you've got.
This is more or less how I'd want to have it if I had a house. Not that I need a house with me being on my own, but I've always thought I'd like to have a sort of a family room where you could cook and you can eat and, you know.
Yes, I mean, there doesn't seem much point in having a separate dining room these days, unless there are children, say, and they need somewhere to study.
She's very chic, isn't she?
Yes.
Is Ken going to write an article for the newspaper?
Well, I'm not sure. I just know it's something he's steamed up about.
I hope you're going to do a story.
Well, yes, I will, so long as I can quote you.
No, there's no way you can quote me, Pam. It's more than my job's worth. I'll be out of my ear.
I can't do a story without facts to back it up or quotes from somebody that'll stand it up.
Oh, you're the news hound. That's your department.
Well, I'll do my best. I might need your help.
You'll get it.
Yeah, sunshine. The doctor said get as much of that down you as you can.
It's quiet tonight, isn't it? I think all them that are coming out have come out.
I'll tell you what.
What?
You get off home if you like. I can manage you for the last half hour.
I don't think Mrs. Walker would like that.
Well, she won't know, love. She's gone to bed with a hot drink and Lady Antonio Friend.
Yeah, well, I better make me tracks then. You're a bright little soul. What are you up to?
Tell you tomorrow.
Yeah, I'll go and get me things.
Ah, my kindly landlord. What are you drinking?
Pint, please.
It's on me. And if you play your cards right, in fact, even if you play them wrong, I might treat you to a bag of chips when we close.
Oh, celebrating somewhat, are we?
Tomorrow, you get your spare bedroom back. And thanks, Alf, for pouring it on me. You've been a good one.
So you're moving in with Des Foster?
That's right. Like they say, the rest of my life starts here.
I've just been having a drink in that little pub at back at Town Hall with an old mate of mine, Billy Compton. You know, he knows everything that's going on in and out of the Town Hall.
Well, go on.
So Des left home on your account, did he?
Well, I didn't twist his arm, if that's what you're thinking. I didn't egg him on. He made his own decision that that was what he wanted.
Well, according to Billy Compton, it was a bit different to that, love.
In what way?
His wife gave him his marching orders. He didn't walk out. He was chucked out.
Look.
Can't leave this week, kid.
What is it?
It's the ham cake order.
I've got it.
Oh, well, this is another one.
I don't know. You lot over there, you change your minds more often than I change flipping pound notes.
Look, don't get on to me, kid. It's that lot, isn't it? Ida fancies a change again, and a couple of girls out of packing, they've gone back on the diet.
Yeah, well, don't explain, love. You no need to apologise, as long as you don't take the order to another shop.
Usual time, then?
Yeah, be ready.
Right, love, thanks.
Hey, listen. Didn't I have you back yet, then?
Ivy? Oh, look, I've got to dash, Alf. If I'm late back, he'll stream me up Baldwin.
Yeah. Well, listen, if you see her, tell her that if there's oats she wants, she knows where I am.
Yeah, well, tell
Okay.
her. See you, kid.
Sorry about that, love. Now then, where were we? Just 7:40, please. Can you manage them? Mind how you go. Ta-ra. Oh, so you've surfaced at last, have you?
I didn't sleep very well, did I?
I can't say I'm surprised.
Look, do us a favour, will you, Alf, and spare us the sermon?
When are you going to realise that he's not good enough?
All right, Alf, you've made your point. Made it and hammered it home.
Look, all I'm trying to do is to stop you from making the worst mistake of your life.
Ta very much. Point taken, OK?
Yeah, well, if you want to throw yourself away on someone like Des Foster, that's your funeral. So when are you leaving?
Well, it depends, doesn't it?
On what?
Answers to a couple of questions.
Like what?
Like how come he told me he'd left his missus when she'd chucked him out, and why? I might look simple, Alf. I'm not completely addled. Not yet, any road. I'll settle up for these later.
Tuesday. Yes, that'll be fine. How many are you expecting, Mrs. Grundy? About 20. Yep. Yes, I'll see that all the tables are put out. Right, bye. Come in! Oh, hello.
Hi. I hope I'm not interrupting anything. Affairs, estate, that kind of thing.
No, I think Mrs. Grundy's whisk drive can wait 5 minutes. Do you fancy coffee? I'm just going to get one.
No, I won't, thanks. I'm not staying. I just popped in to say thanks.
Thanks.
For last night. I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Oh, the party, you mean? Well, it's Deirdre you should be thanking. She's the one who works like a horse.
Well, I will when I see her. There was another reason I wanted to see you.
Oh?
I thought perhaps there might be a chance you changed your mind.
Change my mind?
About putting your name to the piece about the youth club closures.
I'm sorry. I told you, I can't get involved.
Look, you told me a lot of very interesting things last night.
Yes, all highly confidential.
Well, then why tell me?
Because I happen to care what happens to the kids round here, don't I? Look, we don't provide anything enough for them as it is. But at least here they can meet their mates, play some records, have a game of table tennis. Now, the council have their way and close down half the youth clubs in Weatherfield. What are they going to be left with?
I thought you said 3.
For now, yes. But where's it going to end? And I happen to think there's a lot of people out there who feel the same way that I do about the kids. People who have a right to know what the council are up to before it's too late.
It sounds a lot better, you know, coming from you, rather than from some faceless wonder from the town hall trying to make a name for himself.
I'm sorry, Pam. Honestly, I am, but I can't. Not this time. It's more than my life's worth. If what the council were doing was common knowledge, then that would be different.
Not even a quote?
Not even a quote.
OK, you say so.
I do. Look, you could have had that coffee by now. Are you sure you won't change your mind?
No, I won't, thanks. If I'm going to stand this one up, I'll have to get cracking. I'll see you.
Bye.
Bye.
What are you doing here? Look, don't fret, kid. I'm not stopping. I've just slipped out for cakes.
So what are you doing here, then?
Well, I could ask you that, couldn't I? I thought you said you were coming back today.
I said I might be coming back today, Vera. I mean, after all, Mr. Baldwin has told me to take as much time as I need, you know.
Don't mention Mark Flaming Baldwin to me. He's running us to a shadder over there, he is. It's like working in a flaming concentration camp.
You what? You lot don't know you're born. Mike Baldwin will seem like holiday camp comic compared to me when I get back.
Oh, great. Like when?
Well, yeah, go on. Well, perhaps tomorrow, Vera.
Oh, like perhaps you said you were coming back today. Look, kid, you've got to face up to it sometime. I mean, you can't shut yourself away from the rest of the human race forever.
It's not that easy, Vera. What am I going to say to him? All them questions. Where is he? What's up with him?
Well, you can't hide yourself away forever, can you? And why should you? You've done naught to be ashamed of. He's ill, isn't he?
Yeah, of course he is.
And I'll tell you something else you've got going for you. You've got a lot of good mates over there, and don't you forget it. Anyway, I better be getting back. It might go to string me up if I don't. So just think on, eh?
Yeah, thanks, Vera.
Oh, don't thank me. I'm doing it for us, honest. Having you back as supervisor, it'd be like a Sunday school outing compared to Mad Mick. Right. See ya.
See you, love.
What time do you call this, then?
12:15. What time do you call it?
Looking for some, eh?
So I hear, yeah.
No, I mean, you, the bosses. You know, over here knocking them back while your slaves are over there doing the dirty work.
Oh, I don't know, Fred. From what I've heard, the big lads sit back of him for half an hour. I mean, it'll give them time to get the strength up to drag themselves over here for the dinner.
Ah, reckon they're hard done by, do they? Reckon you can see the scorch marks on the factory floor where their feet have touched? Well, I'm not surprised. New experience for them. It's called work.
Oh, heck, you're in a good mood, aren't you, Squire?
I'm always in a good mood when I get value for money, Fred. Talking of which, your meat pie is fresh.
Fresh and light as a barmaid's kiss.
Oh, well, in that case, what kind of sandwiches have you got?
I'll clock you one in a minute.
Go on, then I'll chance it. I'll have meat and potato.
Hot or cold?
Can you tell the difference?
Not really.
In that case, hot.
Go on then, Fred.
What did your last one
Go
die of?
on, love. You're nearer than me. You're younger and you're fitter. And you're a treat. Heck, another early bird. What's up? Can none of you lot sleep?
Listen, lady, if you've been up since 5:30, you'll be ready for your dinner and all.
I shall take your word for that.
Give us a Vulcan tonic before my throat seizes up.
Tell us what to bring this to, dear.
It's for Mike, Mrs. Walker.
Oh. Mr. Baldwin?
Oh, thank you very much, Mrs. Walker. That looks nearly good enough to eat.
So, how's it going then?
Same as ever. Overworked, underpaid.
I mean, Mr. Wonderful.
Pass. Started moving in with him. So did I. But he's got one or two questions to answer first, hasn't he?
What questions?
Well, you know when I told you he'd walked out on his missus? Yeah. And he couldn't wait to get into this little flat and set up our dream home.
Go on, get to the point.
Well, the point is, it was his missus what showed him the door. She did? Why? That is the $64,000 question, love.
Hello, Rover's return. Who? Brett? Yeah. Yeah, who shall I say is calling?
Mind? Bet Lynch. Hang on a minute, there's a heck of a draft. I think it's Fred's ears flapping. Yes, Des. What do you mean, where am I? I'm here, aren't I? No, I never said I was coming round this morning. I said today. Well, this afternoon. I don't know, do I? It'll have to be after we shut. Look, I can't talk now. I'll see you later. No, I can't wait to see you, neither.
Oh, it's you.
Don't sound so disappointed.
Not, love, it's just that I weren't expecting you for another half hour, you know.
Well, we can go away and come back again if you like.
Don't be daft. Is that dinner?
Yeah.
Give us here, I'll put it on for 5 minutes. Mind you, I've not warmed any plates or out, love.
Well, we thought if we came early, we might have a chance for a bit of a run out after before he goes back.
That's right.
A run out where to, love?
Anywhere you fancy.
Oh, what for?
Well, Brian thought it might do you good.
Oh, I see.
Well, it will, Mum.
Look, love, don't think I don't appreciate it, because I do, but, well, if it's all same to you, I'd rather not.
You've got to get out sometime. You've had to stick your nose outside that door since we Dad... Well, you know.
I know, love, and I reckon it's about time I did.
Well, then.
Well, I don't mean no run out in Cargill. I've been doing lots of thinking this morning, and I am not doing anybody any good dodging folk way I've been doing, am I? And the longer I leave it, the worse it's going to get.
Are you going back to work?
No, I'll do that tomorrow. But they're not only ones I've got to face, are they? So if you've got half an hour to spare, love, after dinner, there is something you can do for me.
Yeah, sure. Anything you say.
You can take me down to Rover's.
Rover's?
Well, I've got to start somewhere, love, haven't I?
I mean, she's taking her time, isn't she?
Well, you know Elsie when she gets looking around shoe shops.
She'll have had no dinner.
Oh, she'll not starve, Vera.
Well, it don't look as if she's going to make it, does it, kid? Oh, I hope she ain't late that. Not with big white tree front loaf.
Did you want me, Vera?
Me? No, Mr. Baldwin, what would I want with you?
I don't know. Buy me a drink?
Me buy you a drink after where you sweated us all week. I mean, that's a laugh, isn't it?
Yeah, but think of your bonus. You'll be thanking me come payday.
Oh, aye. Me and tax man.
Elizabeth didn't happen to tell you she was going out for the day, did she, dear?
No, not to me, Mrs. Walker, but she often does on a day off.
That's what I was afraid of.
Is something up?
Well, I want to go shopping and I would have welcomed some company.
Oh, I see.
I don't suppose you'd fancy a trip out?
Me, Mrs. Walker?
Well, why not? It'd be a nice change for you.
I'm sorry, Mrs. Walker, no can do. I've got something else on.
Oh, dear, I've got so much to pick up.
Oh, well, if it's a donkey you're after. Fred was telling me he's at a loose end this afternoon. Isn't that right, Freddie?
What's that, Lynch?
Well, I'm just saying to Mrs. Walker, if there's any perks going round here, it's only fair that you should get first shout. I mean, you're always telling us about all the hours you put in, aren't you?
Oh, Bet, please.
Yes, perhaps you're right, Mrs. Walker. Maybe I shouldn't have mentioned it.
Mention? What? Mention what?
Oh, forget it, Fred. You've probably got something else on this after any road.
No, I've got nothing on. No, not at all.
Me and my big mouth. Yes, Chuck.
Well, in that case, Fred, I'll book a taxi for 3:15.
Oh, taxi, Mrs. Walker. Well, where we going then?
Well, I had a little problem, you see. I've got to go into town, and I needed somebody to help me carry my shopping. But now that problem is solved, isn't it? Thank you, Fred.
Shopping? Oh, ta very much, Lynch. Thanks a million. You know, one of these days, that tongue of yours is going to throttle you if I don't do it first.
You all right?
Yeah.
Come on, then.
Hey, up! Look what wind's blown in. Hey, what you having, kid?
Thanks, Fred. I'll have half a lager.
I'll have a pint, please, Fred.
Hey, you buy your own.
I'll get them.
Hey, does that include me?
Well, I'll have the last of it if it doesn't.
No, you won't. Same again over here, love.
Feeling a bit better then?
Yes, thanks, Mr. Baldwin.
No, no. Just talking about you.
You were just talking about her.
Oh, yeah.
Well, we're just saying I hadn't seen you for a bit, you know. How is he, your Bertie, old fella?
Well, he's
He's going on all right, thanks, Fred.
Was it more serious than I thought then, Mrs. Tilsley?
Yes. Yeah. It was delayed shock, but he's a lot better now, thanks.
Oh, good. Well, I'll take him a couple of bottles round, eh? Maybe, you know, cheer him up a bit, eh?
I wouldn't do that if I was you, Fred. Not just yet.
He needs plenty of rest. Peace and quiet like.
Look, Brian, I can't go on like this.
It's all right, Mum.
No, it's not all right, love. That's not what I come in for. You must know he's not here.
Not here?
No, he's in Bristol.
Bristol? I mean, what's he doing in Bristol?
Well, he's in hospital, as it happens. You were right, that accident did affect him worse than we thought, but we didn't know about it, really, until after he come home. And, well, he's got to have specialist treatment, so that's why he's gone down to Bristol.
It's a special hospital, like, is it?
Yeah. They have a lot of cases there. Well, like me dad.
Well, if there's anything we can do, Mrs. Tilsley.
Yeah, just give us a nod, you know.
Thanks, Fred.
There is one thing you can do, Fred.
What's that, mate?
Hurry up with the drinks. It's bad enough buying a staff a drink without them drinking it on my time.
Don't go.
Hey, you were great, kid. Thanks, love.
That wasn't too hard, was it?
No, better than I thought. But I'm glad it's all over, love.
Come in. Oh, hello.
I thought you'd left the country.
Me?
I've been phoning for over an hour.
I just got back from a meeting at the town hall. Why, what's your problem?
Problem is the youth club story.
What about it?
I haven't got one. I've tried every possible contact. Every time I come up against the same brick wall, no one will admit to anything. I'm sorry, Ken. I've run out of ideas. Unless you can point me in the right direction, no story, I'm afraid.
Well, can't you just pick the bones out of what I told you, without using any names?
I need quotes to make it stand up. Otherwise, all I've got is conjecture. It is believed the council may be trying to close a number of youth clubs. I can't get anyone to confirm it. It's just something a little bird told me. Well, it's hardly likely to make the population of Weatherfield rush out into the streets.
Yes, but it isn't like that. The evidence is there. Opening nights being cut back and no money for equipment.
I know, but unless I can get someone to admit it... I'm sorry, Ken, I really am. Look, I must go. I've got to get the paper to press.
There may be another way.
I'm not with you.
There was a confidential report.
Confidential report?
To the chairman of the finance committee, showing how the numbers had fallen off since the cutback started.
If it's confidential, I don't see how that can help me. This is it, isn't it? This is all I need. Where did you get this?
Never you mind where I got that. You just guard it with your life. If ever it gets out where you got your hands on that, I'll be strung up by my thumbnails from the town hall clock.
It won't, don't worry. Thanks, Ken. Now they've really got a fight on their hands. I'll see you.
Welcome home. Well, what do you think? Now I tidied the place up a bit. Looks almost fit to live in, doesn't it?
Yeah. It's very nice.
Didn't you bring case?
No. No, I didn't.
Oh, okay. I'll nip back with you and we can pick it up.
I didn't bring a case because I might not be stopping.
You might not be stopping. Hey, Bet, I thought we'd gone through all that.
So did I.
I'm sorry, Bet, I'm not with you. Look, I leave me missus. I'm moving to this place so it'll be just be you and me. Or what more do you want?
The truth.
The truth about what?
You.
I wish I knew what you were talking about, I really do.
You said that you'd left your missus for me, right?
Right.
Well, that's not what I've heard.
Well, what have you heard?
That she gave you the elbow.
Is that all?
Well, did she?
Well, what's the odds? Look, I've left her, haven't I? And I'm here with you, just like what you wanted.
Des, I want to know.
It doesn't matter.
It does to me.
All right, I don't see what difference it makes, but... Yes. Yes, I did get the red card.
Well, go on.
Nothing much to it, really. She found out there was someone else, didn't she?
Me?
I was going to tell her, but I didn't get the chance. She got wind of it first. It was an hysterical half hour. Then, after she'd calmed down, she said it had to finish. It had to finish, or... Well, you know how I feel about you, Bet. I didn't have much choice, did I?
So she took you out because of me.
I've given up everything to be with you, Bet. Everything.
Enemy!
Hi. You want your tea? You're going to be unlucky. It'll be another 10 minutes yet.
Am I complaining?
You better not unless you want it on your head.
Where's Tracy?
Gone to Lucy's for a tea. She told you this morning. Don't you listen to anything she says?
Oh, yeah, I remember.
Liar.
So where's Uncle Albert? Has he gone to Lucy's too?
No, no such luck. He's nipped down to the shop for another bottle of sauce.
So it's just you and me? Aren't you afraid being left in the house with a lecherous old man?
No, I've just told you. Uncle Albert's gone down to the shop. Oh, you're very perky today.
And why not?
I must say, it makes a change from this morning. What's happened?
The social services department are going to get what they deserve, aren't they? That's what's happened.
What, the youth clubs, you mean?
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, so Pam Mitchell's doing the story?
Chapter and verse.
I thought you said it wasn't going to be easy.
Well, it wasn't until she got a hand on a confidential report setting out exactly what their game is.
Where did she get that?
From me.
From you? Well, where did you get it from?
Well, I saw it lying around in the town hall and I got a photocopy of it. And I've sent further copies to all the other community development officers.
Ken, do you realise what you've done? And what'll happen if they find out it was you who gave it to them? I mean, where does that leave you?
They won't. So stop worrying.
Is that big fat pudding of yours still feeding them birds round at Chalky's?
No, yes, and less of the big fat pudding if you don't mind.
No, I just found them Tattersall kids in the yard there, you know, to boot them out this after.
What were they doing in his yard?
Well, they said that they were looking for balls, but if you ask me, a piece of pigeon pie be a rare treat round at their house. No, just ask him to...
Yeah,
you
tell
know.
them.
I take it that Mr. Whiteley's house is no longer attracting your attention then, Mrs. Duckworth.
Eh?
Lost interest in Chalky's.
Oh, I won't say that.
Your Jack would.
And since when did our Jack say count for all?
So there's a possibility that you still might be interested then?
Oh, yeah, we're still interested, you know, if price is right. I mean, it looks like we're going to have to flit any road, no matter what happens, doesn't it? Mind you, I reckon they should knock a couple of thousand off, you know, for practically living next door to Fred G.
All right, no need to be clever. By the way, I know a little place that just suit you. A nice little two up and two down, right up your street.
Where?
Southport.
Now listen here, yo.
That will be quite enough, Fred. I will not have you starting the slanging match.
Well, she started it, Mrs.
That
Walker.
is quite enough, Fred.
Yes, Mrs. Walker.
I don't know what you've got to laugh about if they do buy trophies. You'll be living next door to them. Ooh, don't you put me right off it, Tea. Well, are you having a drink, or have you come in here to admire the scenery? Do you know, I knew there was some. Give us a vodka and tonic. Need something to put the sparkle back in my eye. And I must say, you're looking a bit more bright-eyed and bushy-tailed than you were at dinner time and all. Got cause to, haven't I? Oh, aye. Daring Desmond? Who else? Well, I'll say this for you, kid. You're a trier. So what's his tale this time? Well, he was giving his marching orders, all right. But it was when his missus found out about me, wasn't it? That's what he told you, is it? Well, what's so weird? Sounds reasonable enough to me. Oh, it is, if it's the truth. Well, I happen to believe him, don't I? So when are you moving in with him, then? Take it you are moving in? Tomorrow. Well, if you've got something to say, come on, let's be having it. Well, I just reckon you ought to give yourself a bit more time to think about it, that's all. I mean, let's face it, you've kicked him into touch more times than... Now, hang on a minute. All right, I know. Keep your beak out, Rita. Bet's a big girl now. OK, I'll give up. It's your life. You're dead right, it is. And I reckon it's just about time I started living it a bit.
Have you ever wondered what they used to drink in England before tea was invented?
You mean old biddies like me?
If you like.
Watch it, you, or I'll buy my tea bag somewhere else and bankrupt you. Gin?
Oh, you'd have been a good customer then as well, wouldn't you?
Alfred, I think it's time you got yourself a new wife. Break your spirit a bit, you know. You're getting too cocky by far. You'll be leering and winking next.
I'm checking a packet of tea bags, Alf, all right.
Snap. Eh? I've just got some. Tea bags.
Oh.
Do you know what she did? She paid for them. It might be an idea if you did. This shop is my living, you know, not your personal larder.
What brought all that on? He was as nice as pie.
He didn't mean it. Well, he could have fooled me. No, he's just a bit upset. He thinks I'm crazy going off with Des.
Oh, I see.
I'm not, am I?
No.
But?
Well, any fella's a whole new world, isn't he? It's always an act of faith. I just wish you the best of luck, kid. I really do. See you.
See ya.
Ken, your toast ready. What's so interesting in the post? Ah, it wasn't the post.
The recorder.
Well, is it in? Ken?
Yeah, it's in, all right.
And?
Closure threat to youth clubs in secret council report.
Well, it was secret.
Talk about letting the cat out of the bag.
Isn't that what you wanted?
Yeah, well, she's certainly as good as her word is, Pam, I'll say that for her.
Must have been her who delivered it. Don't usually come till this afternoon.
Proud of a good job well done.
Are you?
Yeah, of course I am. I'm chuffed. I love putting the cat among the pigeons, especially the town hall pigeons.
And it's only just jumped out the bag, too.
What? Yeah, very good.
Do you know it's like it's turned into a flaming parrot? As soon as I mention it about having that house, it's, oh, I don't want to build a site around my neck. I know what I'd like to put round his neck. A big rope with me tugging on the end of it.
Right, I'm ready.
Look, you'll be all right, kid.
Yeah, I know, love. It's just knowing I'm a bit centre of attention. I don't mean everybody be round me, but, well, they're bound to be talking about me, aren't they? Ivy Tilsley's back. Oh, don't she look ill? Well, wouldn't you after what she's been through?
Look, you look all right to me, love.
I feel empty, Vera. Like there's nothing inside me.
Look, by dinner time, you feel as if you've never been off. You'll see if you don't.
Yeah.
Hey, and if anybody's out to upset you, kid, just let me know. I'll give him a big fat lip.
Thanks. It's a comfort to know I've got a bodyguard.
Oh, I'm doing my face. I think it's all that practice I get, you know, clocking our Jack one. Come on.
Excuse me. I am a Russian spy. I'm told that this is a good place to buy secrets.
Oh, I'm sorry, I'm right out of secrets. I gave my last one to a Chinese woman journalist.
Have you read it?
Yeah, of course. Marvellous.
Oh, I think it's great. Best story I've had in ages. I've already had the chairman of the Social Services Committee on the phone. He denies it all.
Yeah, well, he would, wouldn't he?
He says he doesn't know of any plans to close any youth clubs anywhere.
So the confidential report was made without his knowledge?
Ah, I asked him that. He said it was a consultative document for internal discussion only.
The number of times I heard that during the last election.
Well, I suppose you couldn't expect him to admit to anything else.
Did he, ask where you got your information?
Yes.
And?
When I said I wasn't prepared to tell him, he blew his top. He said it was my public duty, and anyway, I was no better than a thief after the fact.
After the fact? Yes, he's a bit of a barrack room lawyer, is Dennis.
So I suppose after the crime, we better not be seen together.
No, I don't think that will be a good idea. I think even Dennis could put an employee and a journalist together and come up with a stool pigeon.
Pity.
Well, I don't suppose I could come up with a public scandal for you every week.
No. Well, I suppose I better turn my coat collar up and slink off into the morning. We can keep in touch by phone, I suppose.
Coded messages only for chance set out.
Right. And don't worry, my lips are sealed.
Who's worrying?
Bye.
Bye.
Hiya, you're back quick.
Committee meetings don't last long in summer, thank goodness. You want a scenery corner, will you?
No, it doesn't come till this afternoon.
I got this one down at town hall. Didn't half causing a fuss and all.
Oh?
Yeah, there's an article in it about saying that we're cutting down the number of youth clubs we run.
Really?
Yeah, somebody's blown the gaff. Somebody in the know. You cannot mention it, has he?
No, not a thing.
Well, it'd be very interesting, the article, anyway, especially as his youth club's one of those involved. Here, take it home with you. Let him have a look.
Right, thanks, I will.
Anyway, I'll go get change. Put my pinny on.
Morning, Mrs. Wright.
Oh, Tom.
You're welcome, sir.
How are things then?
Oh, you know, up and down. Never the same, 2 days running. But you know me, optimistic. You?
Me? I met this bird, right? Divorced, runs her own pub, used to be a belly dancer.
Get away.
It's kosher.
Well, your ship's come home then, Michael.
No, as a matter of fact, she's a policewoman. And she strikes a very high moral tone.
Yes, ladies.
So I'll get these.
No, Mr. Owen, I'm not stopping. I'm only coming for a pie.
You are stopping for a drink. You've only been back a morning. The place looks less like a holiday camp. These guys have been taking advantage of me these last few weeks. Isn't that right, Vera?
Me take advantage, Mr. Baldwin. It's against my nature.
There's an offer you can't refuse, Ivy.
Oh, all right. Go on, I'll have a lager, please, Mr. Baldwin.
My pleasure.
Right, make it 2 lagers, love. Whose boss is blue-eyed little girl, then?
For as long as it lasts.
Didn't I tell you you'd be all right across there this morning?
Yes, you did, Vera, and thanks. I appreciate your support, love.
Well, somebody's got to look after you while Bert's away.
2 lagers, ladies. That's 82.
Boss?
Yes, sorry, Michael, 82.
Yeah, all right.
I'll be with you in a tick.
Keep the change.
Right, that's me, Lynch. See you later. That's if I don't skin the bookies first. Hey, I see lover boys over there. What does he do? Whisper the party manifesto in your shell like? I've told you, never trust a politician. All right, matey.
Number 5. It is.
Fill your boots.
There we go. Right, is that in?
Hello.
I thought you were moving.
I couldn't get off.
I've been expecting you all morning.
I'll come round after work. You having a drink?
Yeah, I'll have half.
I'm very naive.
Could be anybody.
Ta?
Cheers. Ah, very nice.
Will you tell me something?
Anything.
Well, I realised that you'd never have left home if you hadn't been chucked out.
I would. I was on the point.
No, Des. Don't lie. What I'm trying to say is, now you've left, well, the new situation is about you and me, isn't it? About us. You definitely want me there.
Hey, what's all this about? Of course I do.
That's all right then. I've already packed my bags.
Hey. Hi. Hi. You know, I'm sure they're mixing peppermint with the gum. It's very tasty.
You're hooked on envelope flaps.
I think it's an arrestable offence.
Very likely. Have you finished?
Yep, I'm just coming.
But what Alf gave me.
Why did he give you that?
Just thought you might be interested, seeing as you run a youth club here.
Oh.
He says everybody's talking about it at the town hall.
Well, I should hope so. That was the idea. Right, come on, let's go.
Have you seen Pam Mitchell?
Yes, she was here, but we're avoiding each other from now on.
Why?
Just to be on the safe side.
Ken, there's no way they can find out it was you who told her, is there?
Of course not. How?
You spend a lot of time in pubs, don't you?
Yeah.
And you play a lot of cards?
Yep.
I'm not going to see much of you, am I?
Nope.
Go on, scram before I thump you.
What time?
About 4 o'clock.
Oh, in case I'm not back. Here's the keys. They're yours. Right. See you then.
What would you like for your tea?
Well, can you boil an egg?
No.
There's a takeaway down the road.
Who's the dude?
Just a friend.
Well, you were looking at him like he used to look at me. And as I remember it, we were more than just friends.
Oh, that's marvellous. Thanks for ringing, nurse. Listen, is it all right if we come down to Bristol on Sunday to see him? Oh, thank you. Bye.
Come on, go on.
He's fine. Well, he's no different, which is the same thing, really, isn't it? Well, that's what doctors say.
No, Mum, they're right. If he's not had a relapse or anything, it must be good news.
Yeah, it must be, love. Hey, listen, love, it was all right me saying we'd go down to Bristol on Sunday to see him, wasn't it?
Yeah, of course it was.
And don't forget I'm paying for petrol this time.
We'll see.
How did you get on at work today?
Oh, everybody were great, love. Well, everybody except Marjorie Bates, that is. She says to me, I hear your husband's had a nervous breakdown, but she didn't mean a nervous breakdown, did she?
That's what it was, though, nurse.
Yes, it's what it used to be, love. He was troubled with his nerves, that's what they would have said once upon a time. Even if whoever it was in a... Sorry. Hey, listen, have you lot had your dinner?
Yeah, where's something to eat at the cafe?
Well, look, there's no need to keep popping in as much now, love. I mean, I'm back to work and... I'll be all right.
He'll be home soon, Ivy.
Yeah, of
You'll
course
see.
he will. I'll tell you something. I'll know when he's feeling better. When he asks us about this one again. Hey, darling.
Didn't know you chewed spearmint.
Oh, I don't normally. I got a taste for it this morning, licking envelopes.
Envelopes?
Yeah, forget it. I think I'm going mad.
Oh, did Deirdre show you the recorder?
Yeah, she did.
What do you think about this article about youth clubs?
It didn't tell me anything I didn't already suspect.
You knew there were closures in the wind?
Yes, we all did, all the community development officers.
Ah, I didn't realise that. Anyway, it stirred up a right hornet's nest. Dennis Watson's blazing mad. He wants somebody's head on a plate.
Oh, does he? Bye, Alf.
Yeah. Ta-ra. Oh. Hello, Mrs. Foster.
We're getting formal in our old age, aren't we, Alf? You won't be compromised if you call me Edith, even if I am separated.
I'm sorry, Edith.
You do know Des has moved out, do you?
Yes, I'd heard.
Hardly a surprise to anyone, I suppose.
No.
Oh, is it? Anyway, what I'm here for. You wouldn't happen to know where he's living, would you, Alf? His address? Oh, don't worry, I'm not going to cause a scene there or anything. We're past that stage. It's just that he gets such a lot of mail. Well, as you know yourself, being on the council. Hello.
Hello.
Well, you remember me, don't you? We met when I called you for Des one night. Mrs. Foster.
Yes, I remember you.
Do you know where he's living, Alf? Just so I can send on his mail.
Yeah, I'm sorry, love, I can't help you. I don't know.
He's not even told you, has he? Still, that's Des.
Everything has to be a big mystery. It's a wonder he lets his right leg know where his left's going sometimes. In case you're not already gathered, Des has left me.
Oh.
Well, I threw him out. Another woman. The umpteenth. I just had enough of his lies. Are you married?
No.
Don't bother. Well, this woman is... She must be balmy or blind. She's married with 2 kids, from what I can gather. Lives in Connaught Road. Lovely house. God knows what she sees in Des. He'll let her down. He's bound to. Anyway, you don't hear about my troubles. You've probably got enough of your own. Bye. Bye, Alf.
Ta-ra, love.
How do you know about this woman in Connaught Road? I found a letter from her last week. The silly cow thinks he's Mr. Wonderful. I did once.
Oh, I'm sorry, love. Really. I did warn you.
Well, she might be lying. She might know very well it's me he's going to live with. She might just be saying things like that to stir it between me and Des. Hey?
Hello, Ken Barlow speaking. Who? Oh, hello, Barbara. Yeah, what can I do for you? When? Yes, yes, I think I could manage that. Tell me, who is it who actually wants to see me? Peter Bromley. Right. I see, yeah. All right, thanks, Barbara. Bye.
Hello, darling. How long have you been here?
About half an hour.
Oh, I'm sorry I had to go back to this bloke's office. But it was worth it. I got some work out of him. Hey, what are you doing sitting in your coat?
I'm not stopping.
You are?
I've changed my mind, Des. I'm not coming here.
Why? Why have you changed your mind?
Do you know a woman in Connaught Road?
No.
You liar.
Who are you calling a liar? I don't know any woman in Connaught Road.
Your wife reckons you do.
When did you see Edith, then?
She called in at the shop about an hour since. I thought she'd come to sort me out. But I didn't exist for her. Not a bit. It was this other woman you'd been seeing, according to her.
I don't know any other woman. Look, she's lying. She does. She imagines other women. Put me on a desert island and she'd think I'd being unfaithful. Well, that's been the trouble.
She'd no need to imagine me. That's if she ever knew about me.
Okay. Which one of us do you want to believe? It's up to you. You believe me and move in, you believe her, and you know what you'll be throwing away. Oh, come on, Bet. Edith's a jealous woman. She'd do anything to break us up.
She doesn't even know about us.
That's what she says. She's found out. That somebody's told her. Alf. And now she wants to put the boot in. Take your coat off. Have a drink. Oh, we can have a good time. You know we can. What do you say? Hey. You know you like a good time?
And that's it, really, isn't it? That's what I am. A good time. For as long as it lasts. Then there's her in Connaught Road. And then somebody else. And then somebody else. Because that's all women mean to you. Just a bit of fun. A bit on the side. There's not a lot of difference between me and a pint of beer. I might have thought it was worth it once. I might have even taken the risk. But my suitcase feels that much heavier this year. So if you don't mind, I'll stop where I am. God, I should have had more sense.
Well, that's what women are like, aren't they?
Trodes.
Bates.
One lie too many, Des. I'd watch it if I was you, love.
Bye-bye.
2 furlongs to go, Mrs. Walker. 2 furlongs and the jockey decides to fall off his horse. I would have won a pony at least.
You've got a horse for winning?
No. No, a pony, Mrs. Walker. It's slang in racing terms for £25.
Really? Racing's always been a closed book to me, just as well seeing it's written in another language. Now, Fred, do go and get ready for work, or there won't even be a pony in your wage packet.
Yes, Mrs. Walker.
Evening, ladies, your early birds.
Well, it's like this, Mrs. Walker. We met outside and I said, "Isn't it hot?" And she said, "Yes, I could drink a reservoir dry, so we're here to have 2 shandies."
Good for you.
And we might have another 2 and all. And then 2 more after that. Gone boiled? Fellas do. All the time. I always feel sick before I get drunk. Well, a fine boozing mate you are. You're worse than Mavis. No, I take that back. She can get sick just passing a pub, never mind drinking in one.
There you are.
Thank you. Hiya.
Evening, Miss Walker.
Dad, are you all right?
Yeah, of course I'm all right.
I didn't expect you so late, considering what your plans were.
Well, they fell through, didn't they? My plans.
Nothing I said.
No. The truth came out. Like it has a habit of doing sooner or later. Spoil sport, innit? Wouldn't you think it could keep its mouth shut at least for a week or 2?
Did you know about this man, this councillor friend of Bet's?
Yes, I do. Did?
I rather think he's in the past. I must go and stop Fred from being insensitive. He's got a talent for it, especially when he's lost on the races.
What man's this? Oh, somebody Bet had hopes for, though I didn't. Thank God for Eddie. I'd keep saying that if I were you, over and over. Cheers. Cheers.
Is that you, Ken?
Yeah.
Oh, well, better late than never. Your tea'll be shriveled up if you don't be quick. It's in the oven. What kept you?
Oh, this and that, you know.
Hey, do you think my cooking's improved since we got this new equipment? I do.
Yeah. Yeah, much better.
You don't sound very convinced.
No, it has, really.
Which means it must have been horrible before.
No, none of your convoluted feminine logic.
Well, if it's better now, it must have been worse before.
But worse than better can still be very, very good when you're within an ace of perfection.
You smooth talker. Any developments?
What sort of development?
There are, aren't there?
Don't know what you mean.
Come on, Ken, you know perfectly well what I mean. I mean, any developments about this article. Ken?
Had a phone call this afternoon.
So?
Summons to the town hall for a meeting.
And?
With my boss, Peter Bromley.
What does he want?
Well, he doesn't want to talk about the price of coffee futures.
Ken?
Sorry, no. Obviously, it's about the article. Chris Shawcross, Tom Hudson and Ian have been summoned as well, so it's going to be a right little community development officers' soiree. But there's nothing to worry about.
You couldn't lose your job over this, could you, Ken?
Not a hanging offence, love. That is, even if they find out it was me. This fish is delicious.
Hey! Is she getting wed, that tall girl? Is that what they're celebrating?
You
know, you won't believe this, kid. She's only walking up Island White, and you know what bridesmaids are?
I've no idea.
Only her two little girls, kid. She's been living with her for the last 10 years.
Well, there's not like a proper ring on your finger.
Ah, well, you could fool me, kid. Come on, you big lump.
We're waiting for your Jack.
How did you guess, kid? Oh, and about time, I know. I've been studying like a spare part.
You won't mind a mere answer.
Yeah, we're slow. Hey, did you get it?
Of course I did.
Hey, we're going for another look round number 9, kid. He's been to estate agents for key, you know.
Oh, and they let you have it just like that. I thought they normally came with you.
Well, they usually do, but it was on his own in office.
And they knew they were not worth pinching. Hey, watch it, Lynch. He's no tea leaf. Anything else but, though.
Right, what are you having?
I'm having no, neither are you. I've got to be behind that machine by 1 o'clock, and I want something to eat first. Come on. Get off, you furry.
Hey, I wonder what Mrs. Walker's going to say to that little bit of news.
Well, you know, Annie, all for anything that changes the tone of the neighbourhood. And a plague of Duckworths would send it plummeting.
Morning.
Morning.
Just called to introduce myself. Percy Sugden, new caretaker at Community Centre. You'll be Mrs. Roberts.
No, Mrs. Barlow, actually, from number 1.
Oh, Community Development Officer, his wife.
Yes, that's right.
Ah.
I just work for Mr. Roberts. He's out at the moment, actually.
Ah, well, tell him I called. Nice to meet you. Must be off. Plenty to do.
There is that. Come again when you can stop a bit.
Oh, I will. And don't forget, the labourer is worthy of his hire.
I won't. Right, we'll take that £1,000 and put it down on this place, I've decided.
Oh, you have you? Well, I haven't. There's a fair amount of pointing once doing up it. Look under that window for a start.
So get it done, you're not paralysed. Ooh, you can get rid of this lot and all, I that's it.
Hey, listen. If we buy this house, and I say if, them are stopping. Because I can make a few bob racing then. And if they don't win out, I can always slap a big crust on them. Because I fancy a nice plump bird.
Get off, you bound pot. Hey, and think on, if we put an offer in for this house, keep it to yourself. I don't want gazumping.
Hello. Everything all right?
Just feeding the pigeons.
Oh, very nice.
If I told her, you know. If I told her that we're looking around the house, I mean, everybody knows we're interested.
Everybody knows a flaming sight too much round here. It's not like where we used to live, where everybody kept themselves to themselves. Do you know, you won't be able to call your soul your own in this street.
Do you mean every time you look round, somebody's clock you and spread dirt news like?
That's exactly what I mean, huh?
Great, that's just what I want. Oh, what's that one?
The MM, military medal. If you look round the edges, you'll prove it.
Blimey.
Yeah, I'll read it for you, sir. Fusilier Albert Taftlock, 421-918.
Says for bravery in the field. What, did you get locked in with a bull?
There were lots of good fellows killed that morning.
Oh.
I was one of the lucky ones.
I'm sorry, Uncle Albert. I didn't mean that. It was just a stupid joke.
I know. You're telling me. Everybody thinks it's a joke nowadays. Weren't at the time, though.
I really am sorry, Uncle Albert.
Hello, hi.
Oh, hiya. What do you fancy? I've got,
Yeah, something fast, because I'm out again in a quarter of an hour. I've arranged a summit at the Nelson.
What?
The other 3 community officers and me. We're being hauled up to the town hall tomorrow, remember?
Oh, that, yeah. I really am sorry, Uncle Albert. I didn't mean what I said, and I think you're very brave, and I'm proud of you.
What's all this about, then?
Oh, nothing. I'm just putting my big foot in it, as usual. Which is probably what you'll be doing down at the Nelson.
I'll tell them it was me who released the information to the recorder, yes, and I'll tell them why.
You know, you want your brain testing.
Look, I'm asking for their trust and their support, Uncle Albert. I can't expect either if I don't put my cards on the table. If they're backing me, they deserve to know what it's all about.
So they didn't wonder what it was all about. They just got on with the job.
Yeah, I know. I've seen the war cemeteries.
What's the matter?
Oh, not much. Just a broken back.
Never mind. Better than a broken heart.
Got one of them and all.
Oh, cheer up. We brought you dinner.
I'll be lucky if I find time to eat it. What's it all about? I'm working my flaming socks off and we're just about standing still. All them dreams. Didn't have to give Ronnie's whack. We could take somebody else on. Double the workload, double the takings. Well, it's not worked out like that. It's not the bank interest, it's the electricity bill. And it's not that, it's a flaming water rates. I'm working myself stupid. Somebody walked through that door and said, I'll work for you for nothing. I couldn't even keep him flaming cups of tea.
Here, go give your daddy a hug.
Oh, I love it. Get oil all over him.
Never mind. In a good cause.
Her husband's a big fella with red hair.
She told me it was her husband.
Well, you didn't have to believe her, though, did you?
Listen, everybody's not up to something, you know.
Oh, I know that, Betty. The pure in heart are still amongst us, but by heck, they take some finding.
Oh, good morning.
Morning. Percy Sugden, the new caretaker over at Centre. Just introduced myself to the neighbourhood.
Oh, I'm very pleased to meet you.
You'll be Mrs. Walker.
No. No, I'm Mrs. Turpin. I work for Mrs. Walker, but she's away at the moment, you know, visiting her daughter. And this is,
Fred G. Cellarman.
No, love, I might be getting on a bit, but my outside's not that bad.
I should hope not, love. You'd have trouble crossing the road if it were.
I would at all.
What can we get you?
Well, strictly speaking, I'm still on duty, you see. Sort of introducing myself around vicinity. But let me see. Wait, hang on a minute. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 1,300 hours time for me dinner. I'll have half a pint of your best bitter.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You know, all things considered, I just might make this my local.
Well, you couldn't get much nearer, love. And if the walk down here gets a bit much for you, tip us the wink, we'll move closer.
I'll tell you why we need a 3-bedroom. One for our turret, one for you and me, and one that I can sling you into when you come home stoned out your brain. Just don't think you're sleeping with me after the state you'll come in sometimes. You've nothing coming. Look, it's got a lot going for its house. There's all sorts on the doorstep for a start.
Like what?
Well, what I said. There's a lot going on the doorstep, isn't there?
All right. I'll have a wander around building societies this afternoon, see if anybody's balmy enough to lend us 9,000.
Hey, come on, you lot, outside. Permissive element, you know, they get everywhere. Now, this young lady is from the newsagents round the corner.
Now, don't tell me. Don't tell me. Mrs. Fairclough.
You're trying hard.
No, I'm Miss Riley, actually. I work for Mrs. Fairclough. This is Mr. Sugden. He's the new caretaker across the road at the centre.
Oh.
Miss Riley isn't sort of a neighbour as such, but she makes very good use of the centre, don't you?
Yes, I do, actually. In fact, you might be able to help me. Oh, no, on second thoughts, I don't really think it's your province.
Try me, you never know your luck.
Well, it's just that I've heard that the English literature class is starting at a different time next term, and I
No
don't know
sooner said than done. Hang on. Here we are. English literature from next week is on the Wednesdays at 19:30 hours, 7:30.
Oh, thank you very much. That's very impressive. Can I get you another drink?
Not just now, thank you. Moderation in all things.
Yes, that's always been my motto.
Yeah.
Same again.
Look, I've told you I'm due over there by 1 o'clock, and you're coming with me. I'm not leaving you in here, propping that bar up till they chuck you out.
Why not?
Because you're supposed to be going for a mortgage, that's why not.
Well, they'll still be open at 3 o'clock.
Look out.
Oh, yeah.
Come out. Hey, love, I want you a minute. Well, go on, Nosey.
Anybody'd think it was a flipping kid, wouldn't you?
We are a flipping kid. Are you going to church tonight, love?
Well, I weren't thinking of doing, love. Why?
Hey, well, if you go, will you say a prayer for us, you know, light as a candle? I don't think he's listening to me up there.
Come on, dear. He's not exactly been listening to me lately, has he?
Well, if you go, kid, try your best, won't you?
All right.
Oh, all right, I'm going, don't worry.
Look, I don't like talking shop in your lunch hour, but could I possibly have a word about Grimshaw Brothers?
Yeah, shall we sit down, Angela?
Yes.
What about them?
You see them two ladies at the table behind you? Well, the little one's Mrs. Tilsley. The other one, the one with the come-to-bed eyes, that's Mrs. Tanner.
Hey, I've heard about her.
I'll bet you have. Got to watch it, love. Anything in trousers. Be careful. Yes, love?
Could I have a pineapple juice and a lager and lime, please?
You certainly could. Got to keep your strength up there.
How do?
How do you do?
They tell me you're the one I've got to keep my eye on.
Beg your pardon?
Percy Sugden, new caretaker over at Centre.
Oh.
But don't worry, love. I shan't be climbing into your bedroom in the middle at night. Not like them Yanks, eh?
I don't think I understand.
Go on. You're Mrs. Tanner, aren't you?
Mrs. Tanner? Who told you that? Well, it's a bit of fun, isn't it?
Sounds too good to be true.
Why? We're all in the same boat. We all stand to lose our youth clubs in the sacred name of economy, and if there's a public outcry, there's a fair chance they'll change their minds.
And another bus dashed past.
All right, it's not a perfect world, but these things happen. The public are the people who voted them into power, and that is the only voice they listen to.
But it's you who's doing all the shouting.
Don't be so obtuse, it doesn't suit you.
Not surprised, I don't even know what it means.
Look, love, 4 community development officers are informed, strictly confidentially, that they may lose their youth clubs. 1, 2, all of them we don't know, but they're all in jeopardy. So if Ian, Tom or Chris were to blow the gaff to the recorder, yours truly would be right behind them. It just so happens that I did it, and they are right behind me. Now, when we go to the town hall, all they'll probably say is, keep your ears open. If you found out where the leak is, let us know. In which case, we do nothing, and in no time, the whole thing blows over.
And suppose they ask you outright if you did it.
Then I tell them. And if they sack me, the other 3 threaten to resign. 1 goes, we all go, and they won't sack 4 of us.
You know, you may be a dab hand at work, putting the world to right, but you're not so clever in your own home. Toilet won't flush.
Which puts everything neatly into perspective.
And they're definitely behind you, are they, these other 3?
All the way.
Morning. How's your shoulder?
Not as sexy as my legs, but very tasty.
In that case, I'll have a quarter.
Right. To each his own, right? Am I right, ladies?
Oh, definitely.
Right, now, I want to ask you a favour. I've got to nip out for half an hour or so to pick some stuff up. So if you see the daft devil that's left his car in front of my door, tell him to shift it, or I'll have it done for him.
I think I know whose that is.
Good on you, love. Well, if you see him, tell him it's there when I come back. I'm fetching police in. Ta-da!
Ta-da.
Who's the human cannonball?
That is the new caretaker from across the street, Mr. Sugden. And guess whose the car is?
Not Alf.
He always leaves it there.
Isn't Alf on committee that hires and fires these fellas?
I have a feeling Mr. Sugden doesn't know that.
I have a feeling he soon will.
I wish I'd taken the car.
Yeah, so do I. You've had a visitor.
Huh?
New caretaker from across the street. He said if you don't get it moved, he's going to get the police to move it for you.
He never.
He did. To each his own, he said.
What's that supposed to mean?
I don't know. I don't think he did either. But he said it.
Did he? I'll have something to say to him and all.
So you're the owner of this load of rubbish?
Well, I'm not trying it on for size. I take it you're the new caretaker.
You take it right, and you're in no position to be cheeky. I'll have you know this is council property, and no parks here except properly authorised council vehicles. So stay where you are and hop it.
Do you know who I am?
As far as I'm concerned, you're the owner of a vehicle that's illegally parked on this highway.
My name is Roberts.
I don't care if it's,
That's right.
Well, I'm sorry about that. I mean, I don't want to be unneighbourly, but it was you that started it out on wrong foot. I mean, I can't just go making exceptions because you own the shop opposite.
Councillor Roberts, Social Services Committee.
There are no exceptions at all. No exceptions at all. Pardon?
I said Councillor Roberts of the Social Services Committee.
Well, I was going to say there are no exceptions except under the most exceptional circumstances, which this is. I mean, I now know this vehicle to be an official council transport. And believe me, councillor, if some big knob had parked here with a Rolls Royce, I'd have told him to shift. Because it's now my bounden duty to protect what I know to be your legitimate parking place.
Yeah, well...
And if you ever want it cleaning, sir, just tip me the wink, it's as good as done. Very happy to meet you, sir.
Yeah, well, do your shopping with us, won't you?
Oh, I will, sir. I will. Lovely little motors.
You! Brian? Is this the one you wanted?
Yeah, you needn't have brought it round there to call for it.
Oh, no trouble. Anyway, gives me a chance to have a nosy. Well, don't pay. I'll put it on bill.
All right. Fancy living here, do you?
Oh, I do. I could really make something to this place.
A scrap heap.
How can you work in such a dump like this?
You get used to it, I suppose. Hot oil. Got a smell of its own, hasn't it?
Well, I'm not sure I don't prefer it to linseed oil, which is what our house reeks of. Still, if you're making a fortune, why worry about a smell or two? Just going, not stopping him working.
I should hope not.
Same goes for you.
No, I've only come for a quiet word, Brian.
Hint taken, never come between mother and son. See you around.
See you around.
See ya. I've had a letter about your dad, love. They're moving him from this side of Bristol to Southport.
Ah, that's better. What kind of hospital?
Psychiatry.
Well, that's what he needs. And we'll be able to see him a lot more often, won't we?
No, love, no. They said not, because they said if he has too many visitors, it might disturb him.
Oh. Well, at least he's not far off.
Yeah. Hey. You're not eating much of your dinner, love.
I've had enough and I'm pushed to glory.
There's no wrong, is there, Brian?
No, there's nothing wrong.
You would tell me, love, wouldn't you, if there was?
Don't you think you've got enough on your plate?
Oh, don't daft. You're my son.
Do you want a big hug or what?
No, not that. That's I don't.
Then
no.
up it. Let me get on with my work.
Right. Listen about your dad. They're moving him on Friday, love.
We'll try and see him this weekend.
All right, love.
Mum,
Yeah.
it's going to be a long job.
Yes, I know, love.
By she's had it rough and no mistake. Do you know, I thought I had my troubles, but the notes are what Ivy's got.
I know. I saw her at dinner time. I took a magazine round to their Brian at garage at dinner time. She was just coming in when I was going out. She looked, she'd got the weight of the world on her shoulders.
Well, she's a writer, she has.
Yeah. Telling each other jokes, are you?
Well, we're just on about Ivy, you know.
Oh, which is no joke.
No. What isn't, love?
Ivy Tilsley.
Oh, poor soul. It's one damn thing after another, isn't it?
Yeah.
Still, I mean, we've all been through it, haven't we?
Oh,
eh?
we have. Yes, we have.
Well, I've had my ups and downs and no mistake, kid.
We're funny articles, aren't we, us women? We can't bear anybody to have more of anything. Not even bad luck. Anything you can have, I can have worse.
Oh, don't remind me.
Wow.
This morning, I went round the market before I came in here, and my knee, you know, was giving me a bit of jip, so I went into that little kiosk place for a cup of tea. Who came and sat down beside me? Lily Alroyd.
Oh, hellfire. She's God's gift at National Health Service.
Not that Lily Alroyd from Crimea Terrace.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Inkerman Street. Oh, you can't miss her house, kid. It stinks of embrocation.
Hey, Jim, listen, I'm telling you a story.
Oh, I'm sorry, love.
So anyway, she says, how are you, lovey? So I said, oh, I'm not so bad, you know, but my knee's giving me a bit of jip. Don't talk to me about knees, she said. I've been in agony with mine for the past 20 years. And you know, she went on and on. She never stopped talking about her rheumatics, her asthma, then her fallen arches, and she went on she never stopped talking for about 20 minutes about her ailments. And then she gets up, and Muggins here says, well, lovey, I hope you'll soon be better. And she said, oh, thanks. But I doubt it. And she just got up and walked away. Never a flaming word about my knee.
Well, some folk are like that, aren't
Yeah. Betty, love.
What?
How's your knee?
Oh, Jonathan Sarky.
Oh, here he comes, Happy Wanderer.
Get us a drink and I'll give you my news.
You go sit down, I'll bring it over to you, kid. These ladies don't swear about our private lives.
Who doesn't?
Well, you're not going any road. Give us,
Get to know the little likes and dislikes, Vera.
Oh, aye. And where do you reckon I fit in then?
Oh, I don't know. Somewhere between his car and that jazzy suit of his.
Oh, you're putting me a bit high, aren't you? Well,
I found one daft enough to give us a mortgage to want us both down there tomorrow.
good job, I know. Oh, what am I saying? It's a debt, isn't it? You're not going to let me off one of them, are you? The Snow White Romans have big noses.
You had enough to eat, Uncle Albert?
Yes, plenty.
Where are you going?
Going to my room to listen to Wireless. Chap talking about Bartlett's Somme.
Oh, good jolly stuff.
It's history, you know. I'm part of it. I don't expect you to be interested. I probably won't be able to listen either. Still to all them wavelengths. Don't know why they can't leave well alone.
Yeah, I'll come and have a look at it for you, Uncle Albert. It's probably the aerial.
It'll be over by then.
Well, let me finish my tea first.
I don't know who it was who first mentioned second childhood, but I reckon he knew a thing or two.
Yeah, probably Shakespeare. He said most things first.
I bet he never said, I love you, Ken Barlow.
What brought that on?
I don't know. Because you're clever.
And not because I'm handsome, rich and generous.
No.
Oh.
I do have my successors there, you know. Pam Mitchell rang this afternoon and said she had 11 letters backing that article on Youth Club closing.
11? Is that all?
11 is a lot, my love. You don't want to believe what you read in the press. A deluge of letters means they've had, what, 34 in a day. Telephone lines are blocked means they've had 4 in an hour. 11 letters is quite a response, believe me.
Yes, sir.
I mean it.
You're really excited about this fight you're having, aren't you?
Yeah, because we're going to win, that's why. They've cut us to the bone as it is. Hello, Chris. Come on.
I haven't come at a bad time.
No, not at all. Come in. Haven't met Deirdre, have you? This is Chris Shawcross, a fellow conspirator.
Hello.
Hello.
It was that I came to see you about, actually.
Oh, well, don't worry. Deirdre knows all about it. You can speak freely.
Hi, well, I don't quite...
Yeah, sit down, sit down.
Would you like a cup of tea?
No, thanks. I've not long had one. But the truth is, I don't want you to get the wrong impression. Ian and I were chatting after you left the Nelson this lunchtime, and, well, it all came as a bit of a surprise to us what you had to say, and I thought it was only fair, in case you did get the wrong impression.
And what wrong impression's that?
Well, don't let's get it wrong. We're with you. We think what you did was great, and we're all dead against these cuts. We're always the first to suffer, us and education. All I want you to do is to see it from my point of view. I'll tell them at the town hall. I'll tell them that we agree with everything the recorder says, every single word. But if it comes to the push, I don't think it will for a minute. But if it does, if they gave you the sack, then...
You won't threaten to resign.
I've got a wife and 2 kids, Ken. And with the job situation being what it is, particularly in our line, and fair's fair, it wasn't me who leaked the report. In fact, to be honest, I wouldn't have gone that far. Oh, I might have thought about it, but like I say, I've got my family to think about too. So you see, it's not really on if you give the game away and we... Do you see what I mean?
Yeah, I see what you mean.
It's not that we don't agree with you, we do. But not to the point where... I say we. I've a shrewd idea Ian feels the same way. I don't know about Tom. Well, they're not married yet, so he's not really in the same boat.
No.
So, I wanted you to know before tomorrow.
Yep. Oh, thanks.
See you tomorrow, then.
All the way.
Thought I'd ring and let you know. Obviously, his wife's been having a go. Yeah, well, they're bound to get a bit jittery, aren't they? You what? I don't believe it. I'm all right, Jack. So they lock great chunks off the community services, even if it's one that you run. You're still going to keep quiet in case somebody rocks your own little boat. Yeah, OK, Ian. Fair enough. No, you made yourself perfectly clear. You and Shawcross.
He's backed out as well.
Spineless jellyfish, a lot of them.
Because they listen to their wives.
Well, haven't they got minds of their own?
I suppose if they've got to decide where their loyalties lie.
Well, their loyalties lie in backing the principles of truth and justice. Oh, I don't know. Talk about desertion before even the first bullets have been fired.
Ah, maybe they thought it'd be worse to back out later. At least they're being honest.
Well, 2 down on 1 to go. Oh, Tom Hudson's still with me, at least. Far as I know he is.
So, what happens now?
Well, nothing's changed. Not really.
I mean, when you go and see Mr. Bromley.
Oh, I shall play that by ear. I was always going to do that.
And what about the others?
Well, they may not be backing me in the fight, but they're not going to give me away as a guy who leaked the information to the paper.
Are you sure?
Reasonably, yeah. Anyway, even if they do, it just brings the whole thing out in the open, doesn't it?
You're enjoying this, aren't you?
I don't think enjoy is quite the word. But yeah, I'm finding it stimulating, battling for something I really believe in. At least you know you're alive. Bye, love.
Bye, love. Have you got any plans for this afternoon, Riley?
Yes, I thought I might go to a museum.
A what?
A museum. You know, a place where they have historic treasures and old relics and things.
I know where a museum is. What I want to know is what you're going in one for.
Culture. But when you think about it, we've got all these places, haven't we, as part of our heritage, like art galleries and museums and that, and we pay rates for them, yet hardly anybody ever bothers to go, do they?
Well, if I want to see an old relic, all I have to do is look in Flaming Mirror. No, I've got a much better idea. How would you like to spend the afternoon doing something really creative? You know, like when you make one of your cakes.
Do you want me to bake your cake?
No, I want you to empty them shelves and wash out all them toffee jars.
What?
Oh, come on, Mavis, look at them. They're all dead dull and miserable. And with a wave of your magic dishcloth, you can have them sparkling away like a row of engagement rings in a jeweller's shop window. Does that appeal to you?
Not on my afternoon off, it doesn't, no.
Well, take it off tomorrow.
No.
I'll help you. Oh, though, I did have a couple of tickets for a beauty demonstration this afternoon, but, well, I wouldn't really enjoy it, knowing you were slaving away here on your own, would I? Of course I wouldn't. And what do you say?
Well, I do dust them quite regularly, but well, I suppose they could do with a bit of a wash.
Right. We'll have a right cosy afternoon, just the two of us. You'll see.
I bet you didn't think this morning when you woke up that it was going to be your good news day, did you?
No, and I was right.
You was wrong, Sigs. Because guess who is going to be buying his cigs even more often now he's moving round corner town. Go on, I can tell you then. It's more or less signed and sealed. We've bought your old house. Hey, we'll have to have a bit of a knees up one night, won't we? Get to know each other a little better, like now we're neighbours.
Well, I'm glad to see something's brought a smile back to your chops.
It'll be ready first thing in the morning, Mr. Sweeney. Be any time after 8. Don't worry, I'll be here. Bye. Always flaming here. I don't know why I just don't bring me bed in and have done with it.
Oh, you poor thing.
I'm not in the mood for cracks either.
I'm not making cracks. I'm sympathising.
Yeah? Oh, blast, I forgot what I'm up to now.
What are you doing?
Had a knees up.
I do that.
Well, you've not though, have you?
What do you think I'm here for now? To do a belly dance?
No, that's not a bad idea. How about it?
You get on with your mechanicking and let me get on with them. I don't want you making any more of a martyr of yourself than you have to.
What's that supposed to mean?
It means I know you work hard, but so do I. And I do my level best to help.
I know you do, love. But you're not here all the time, are you?
I could be. I could give my job up at the cafe and ask Jackie's mum to look after me.
No, that's not the answer.
Well, apart from the paperwork, I could answer the phone. You're always going on about how it interrupts you. And once I pass my driving test...
Gail, love, I know you try and help, and you do help. But there's a limit to how much you can do. What I really need is a lad.
Sexist?
Who knows cars. Somebody I can hand jobs over to and let me get on with the big ones.
So?
So I can't afford it, can I? It's one big vicious circle. I can't take more work on because I've got no help, and I can't get no help till I take more work on.
So what do we do?
Suppose we struggle on. Struggle being the operative word.
It's not that bad.
What to the day you complain you hardly see anything of me?
Well, I'll have to stop complaining, won't I? Make the most of it when I do see you.
I'm not going for an interview, you know. It's probably just the reverse.
You've got to look smart. Anyway, it gives you extra confidence if you know you look good. I once went for a job interview, you know. I snagged my tights just as I was getting off the bus. I'm sitting there, this woman's asking me questions about previous experience, and all I could think about was this flipping great ladder running up my left leg. I didn't get the job.
Well, I've got a lot to worry about, but I don't think snagging my tights is one of them.
Ken, you will play it cool, won't you?
How do you mean?
Well, apart from anything else, I know you're not exactly this Mr. Bromley's #1 fan.
Well, you got the deputy director's job I wanted. Do you blame me?
No, but that's not going to help matters if you go in there with a dirty great chip on your shoulder as well, is it?
If he'd been a different sort of bloke, I'd have said, well, the best man won, and meant it. But Peter Bromley's...
What?
Devious. The smoothie. You never know when you've got him. Oh, he's very efficient, but,
You don't like him very much?
Not much, no. But don't worry, I won't stab him with his paper knife. Oh, that'll be Tom. Come on, Tom.
Right.
A right old drama, this, isn't it?
Oh, it's the sort of excitement I can do without.
Oh, cheer up, it'll be okay. We all set for the fray, then?
Well, I am. I wasn't sure whether you were.
Well, how do you mean?
Well, the other two, our two friends, have dropped out. Well, still support us in theory, in a negative sort of way, but they're not prepared to fight if it comes to it.
They were last night. What happened?
Guess.
Well, Moira's with me 100%, you'll be glad to know. I don't have that problem.
She's a primary school teacher, isn't she? Well, she'll have some understanding of the situation then. In a few years' time, her kids will be going to youth clubs.
If there are any left to go to. Right, all set. Lead on, then.
Well, good luck, you two. You will give me a ring when you've seen him, won't you? If I'm not here, I'll be at the...
shop, yeah, OK.
What time will it be, do you know?
Well, we're scheduled to see him at 2. Obviously, he'll see us one at a time.
And he'll probably keep us cooling our heels for a while, just to let us know who's boss.
And he probably will, yes. Then I got to see McInnes about night school enrolments. That is, if I've still got the job.
Oh, don't be daft. Couldn't come to that, could it?
No, don't worry, Deirdre. We're not that easy to get shut off.
Bye, then.
Bye.
Vera should be in any minute now with her announcement.
What announcement?
Haven't you seen her this morning? Oh, you're lucky. She's been going around dead mysterious, but she says that all will be revealed this dinner.
It'll be about them getting Chalky's house.
They've not got it.
Get off, our Brian said they haven't got a dog's chance of getting a mortgage.
Your Brian were wrong.
Where?
I thought she was a friend of yours.
Well, when she lived 5 streets away, she was my friend. But now she's moving within screeching distance, I'm not so sure.
Well, I suppose it still might not happen. I mean, they do both tend to be rather pie-in-the-sky people.
Oh, I think it will, because Mr. Duckworth seemed very positive.
Oh, she's a right bundle of comfort, she is, isn't she?
She can afford to be. She doesn't live round here.
Mind if I join you?
Come in.
Bit quieter in here.
Like a fast cagey there at times.
Can I get you one in?
I'll have a small rum.
A small rum, please, Mrs. Turpin. It is Mrs. Turpin. I've got it right, haven't I? And I'll have a light ale.
Okay, love.
Right. Sugden's the name. Percy of that ilk. I dare say you'll have heard I've just took over at Centre as caretaker.
Oh, I think I'm the very chap you want to meet. I used to do that job, you know. What I don't know about running that place, you could write on a pin's head. Here, bring him over, I'll put you in picture.
Right, I will.
I see Albert's found himself a pal.
Lucky Albert.
Oh, you're not still fretting, are you, lovey? It was no good to you. I mean, you're
Better off without him. I know. I'm always better off without them. And that's how I always end up. Without them.
And another one bit the dust. Looking dead sorry for herself today, isn't she?
I know just how she feels. I mean, it's no joke when a man leads you up the garden path.
Oh, come on, Vic. Vic didn't lead you up no garden path. It was a cottage path. And he offered you the key. Besides which, Bet knew from the beginning hers were married. There's no comparison.
Well, maybe not, but still feel very sorry for her.
Well, maybe I should give her them tickets for that beauty demonstration this afternoon. I mean, after all I've paid for them, I can't go, can I?
You can if you want to that much.
Can I?
Of course you can. And I'll go to a museum and we'll do the shelves another day.
Bettina, I have a couple of spare tickets for a beauty demonstration this afternoon. They're yours if you want to pick them up at the cabin. Unless, of course, you've hotels planned for this afternoon.
No, not really. I had toyed with the idea of chucking myself off a tower block. But I've only got an old pair of tights on and I can't be bothered changing.
Ta-da! Hey, a bit of hush, everybody. Well, me and our Jack give you good news. Are you ready for this? We've only got flipping house.
Oh, is it definite then, Vera? I mean, you're not perhaps jumping gun, love. See, they don't give mortgages out like shelling peas, you know, these days. They go through your finances with a fine tooth comb, love.
Ain't she a good mate, eh? Worried in case I'll be disappointed. Look, we've got it. We're home and dry. We're practically moved in. Didn't I tell you the bit chuffed, Jack, eh? Look at him, the gobstruck.
Right, Mr. Hudson, if you'd like to come in, please.
to say thank you.
Oh, what for?
Saving you from a dreary afternoon going round looking at mouldy old bones.
Well, it's better than going to some stupid beauty demonstration where they're trying to tell you that if you spend a small fortune on their beauty product, you'll come out looking like Farrah Fawcett.
They can't call me like that. I go in looking like Farrah Fawcett. I want to come out looking like Bo Derek.
Best you let me go early. We're dead quiet. What time's this thing starting, Earl?
3:30, plenty of time. And we've nearly finished here. I mean, it's all over by the shouting, isn't it, Mavis?
Oh, yes, another 3 hours will break the back of it.
Oh, give over. 30 minutes more like. So, you wouldn't mind if I go to this demonstration, would you, Wibbet? I mean, I'd let you go. Only you say you think it's a waste of time.
I don't know why I'm bothering going, really. I'm not in the mood.
Oh, come on. It'll pass an hour.
It's not an hour I've got to pass. It's a lifetime.
Is it Des?
You mean, was it, Des?
Yes, I know
Rita,
that.
if you're about to say I'm better off without him, I reckon I could plead justifiable homicide when I clonk you over the head with one of them toffee jars.
Well, I don't think you are.
I'm not what, love?
Oh, better off without him. I mean, I know what it's like to get close to somebody, to have somebody to share things with and plan things with, and to go to bed at night knowing that when you wake up there'll be somebody out there who's thinking about you. Well, even if they're not with you, to know that you still belong, and then suddenly they're not there, and well, even if everything wasn't quite as it should be, it was certainly better than anything you've had before, or you're likely to have again.
By heck, Mavis. You've grown up a lot lately. Happen you'd have been better off stopping the way you were, love.
And a blackcurrant jelly. You don't mind taking this round to Mrs. Horrocks, do you? Only she rang through to say she couldn't get out. Deirdre?
What? Oh, I'm sorry, Alf. I was just...
Thinking about Ken and Peter Bromley. Yeah. He's going round to see them all this afternoon, isn't he?
Oh, might have known you'd get to know about it.
Yeah, well, it caused quite a rumble down at the town hall, you know. I mean, everybody was under suspicion. The cleaners, the typists, anybody who got within sniffing distance of a confidential report.
Yeah, I suppose that's unfortunate.
Ken did do it, didn't he? Yeah, I know, you're not going to say anything. But it stands to reason, love. I mean, he feels very strongly about youth clubs. He has written for the Recorder, and he's a friend of this Mitchell woman.
I don't know why you don't leave all this jumping to conclusions to Peter Bromley. Sounds as if he'd be good at it and all.
He's a very tough egg, love. I tell you, I wouldn't like to cross him. Anyway, shall you take this, or shall I?
No, I'll take it. I could do with a breath of fresh air. But if Ken rings...
I'll tell him we'll be back in 10 minutes.
Thanks, Al.
As you know, I've spoken to the other 3 community officers.
And?
They're all as evasive as you are. However, 2 of them made it clear it was nothing to do with them.
I can guess which 2.
I realize you've concocted some sort of plot.
If by plot you mean we're sticking together, is that so surprising? We all support the same cause.
Some more than others.
Well, that's their privilege. But generally speaking...
No, I'm not speaking generally, Mr. Barlow. I'm speaking quite specifically. Somebody gave confidential information to the press. The fact that it was a trashy giveaway sheet and not a national daily is neither here nor there. Next time it might be a national daily. The ramifications of such disloyal and irresponsible behaviour don't stop with this.
Disloyal to whom? Certainly not disloyal to the kids that we work with. Some of them have got precious little to look forward to anyway, without being first in line when it comes to the economic acts.
Your colleague, Tom Hudson, made more or less the identical point. Obviously, you 2 have the same speechwriters.
Or the same ideals.
Look, I haven't been in this particular job very long, as I think you know, but I have made it my business to learn something about the people who work in the department. You, for example, are known to have decidedly radical tendencies.
Radical?
This isn't the first time you've raised your voice against the system.
Well, I would have thought that simply made me a rational, thinking human being.
You're also a council employee.
I didn't sign away the right to use my mind when I signed the contract of employment.
You did, however, sign a confidentiality clause. You have you not, frequently contributed to this rag?
I have. And I don't agree that it's a rag.
Naturally. It does, however, lean more and more towards controversy and muckraking.
Well, the editorial policy is to stir things up a little when community interests are at risk. It's what's known as the freedom of the press.
It's known as cheap sensationalism in the interest of making a fast buck. Now, Mr. Barlow, we've beaten about the bush quite long enough. I have just one question for you. I don't want any political speeches, tub-thumping, or abstract philosophical ideals. I just want a straight answer. One word will do. Did you give confidential counsel information to the Weatherfield recorder?
Right, that's that done. We can eat tonight. Do you know how much I've just paid for best steak? Nearly £2 a pound, and that's cheap. I've gone through nearly 12 quid and there's nothing in there but food and cleaning stuff. Oh, well, let's get on with these and I can go and pick Nicky up.
Can you cut back a bit? I mean, you have to buy the best steak.
It's only once a week. Anyway, it's a false economy to buy cheap meat. You end up chucking half of it away. Used to do when you've got a husband as fussy as mine.
I'm only suggesting we cut back till things pick up a bit.
Oh, Brian, this is balmy. I mean, here we both are working every hour that God sends, and you're telling me I can't afford to buy us decent meals. And we don't buy expensive clothes. We don't even go out anymore. And now you're telling me I've got to cut back on food bills.
Only till we
Till when, Brian? I mean, how long is this going to go on? We've got to do something. I mean, I've offered to give up my job at the cafe and work here full time.
We'll have less money coming in
Then what do you suggest? Because I'm not going on like this anymore, Brian. I'm telling you flat.
This morning you said you weren't going to complain anymore.
Yeah, well, I've changed my mind. I mean, look at you. Look at us. Are you happy with the way things are?
And then there were Martha Longers. Really winning to face puss she were, you know. Minnie Caldwell thought the world of her, Bobby. Never stopped talking about it.
Her husband?
No, a cat. Mind you, she used to make a nice meat and tater pie. And then there were the Sharples. Talk about a cage of parrots. Weren't it in there when the three of them were in full spate? We used to go to school around here, her and me. And her husband was the same lot.
Oh, army man were you? I were at army. Oh, by it, there's some stories I could tell you.
Ah, but you were its second lot. You got to be the first lot to know what fighting were all about.
Aye, I bet I got rid of more soldiers than you any road.
Oh, aye. Frontline gunner, were you?
No, catering corps. Do you used to reckon one of sucked in sausages was more lethal than a 4-inch mortar?
Heard the good news, Al?
What about Bert Tilsley? Might be better all round.
Not Bert, our new neighbours. Oh, he's going to dig out bunting where he's had since Jubilee, aren't you, Cock? And string it across the shop front with a dirty great big banner saying, "Welcome, Vera and Jack, unlimited credit supplied."
Oh, hey, what with them two and you living in the same street? How is a resident, you know, I'd apply for a flipping rates rebate?
Well, thanks a bundle, Cock, and I hope your knicker elastic breaks in the middle of Market Street.
Hello.
Oh, hello. Now, we're hoping you pop in. Can I get you a drink?
Oh, yes, you can, thank you. I'll have a sweet sherry, please.
One sweet sherry from a little friend. Well, you finished them?
Yes.
It didn't take long, did it?
No, not really. Did you enjoy your demonstration?
No, it were a flaming washout. Only about half a dozen people turned up. Model couldn't have been a day over 75. They never even offered us a cup of tea. We should have had refreshments, but the hot water thing went on blink.
Oh, what a pity. We had a lovely afternoon tea. I added some cheese and cucumber and crackers, and then there was some of my chocolate cake
Just
left.
a minute. Who's we?
Well, do you remember that nice young rep who used to come in? You know, the one that you always thought looked like Paul Newman?
He didn't come in.
Yes, he was just passing with a friend, so they saw me working and they knocked on the door.
What was his friend like? Were he like Paul Newman as well?
No, he was more like Sylvester Stallone. Anyway, they insisted on helping me put all the jars back up on the shelves, and then, well, the three of us went upstairs, and I got this nice afternoon tea for them.
Rita, is she making this up? Do you know, Petal, I reckon that's something we're never going to know.
Oh, love, I've been that worried.
Sorry, hello, I did phone, but you were out.
Oh, no, I had to go a message. I was only gone 20 minutes.
Yeah, well, after that, I couldn't get near a phone. I was tied up with McInnes.
Never mind all that. What happened with Mr. Bromley?
Well, he asked a lot of questions, made a few insinuations, and obviously didn't like me very much, but then that's mutual.
Yeah, but in the end, what did he say?
Well, he asked me outright if I was the mole, and I had to tell him the truth.
You said it was you.
Well, I couldn't do anything else, love. I was never prepared to tell a blatant lie.
So what happens now?
Well, he's making a report.
Was he very angry?
Angry? Well, he's a cold fish, you know, keeps his emotions under wraps. But, yes, he certainly got a little more officious after I made the big confession.
Ken, does it mean you could lose your job?
I don't know, though. I doubt it.
But is it possible?
Well, anything's possible. We'll just have to wait and see, won't we?
Hey, Kelly, come here a minute.
What?
Cop hold of that carpet what the lady's very kindly left for us, will you?
Why don't you cop hold of it yourself?
Well, I can't, can I? I've got my hands full. Stupid.
What did your last flaming servant die of?
Come on, Kelly. It's a roll of carpet, not an iron girder.
We're not supposed to touch big stuff like this.
Look, that's a bit of good quality carpet, that. That is executive pile. Executive, like in off the fat of the land. Now, come on.
Anybody home?
Who do you think lives here, love? This is a disco, not the little house on the prairie.
Oh, sorry, I didn't see you there.
Story of my life, love. One of the world's invisible men.
No, I just popped in to see how things was progressing, like. Because I'm going to be working here next week when they open, you know.
Don't tell me. You're the torch singer.
Ooh, some hopes. No, I'm cloakroom supervisor.
Oh, well, you're in trouble before you start.
Why?
I'll still to paint in there. And the way things are going, I'll be painting the hooks 2 minutes before you stick your mink stoles on them.
You're having me on.
I'm not, love. It's a two-man job, is this? But they wanted to save money. So, what's Bob's law in that situation? I'm Bob, by the way.
Oh, Mrs. Ogden. I've no idea.
One painter from two equals twice as long on the job. Know what I mean? Morning, Mr. Baldwin. Making progress, you'll be glad to hear.
I'd be glad if I could see it. And what are you doing here, Hilda?
Oh, nothing really, Mr. Baldwin. I'm just sort of getting the feel of the place, like. It's looking very smart.
It's looking a mess. The time's getting shorter by the minute. So if you don't mind, Hilda, can you take your scrubbing brush for a walk or something?
Right, Mr. Baldwin. And don't worry, I'll not let you down. It'll run like a good funeral with my cloakroom.
Oi! Can't you manage a few more strokes to the minute?
Haste is the enemy of quality, Mr. Baldwin, as Rubens used to say when he was perfecting them delicate flesh tints of his.
Any mail for me? Ken?
Sorry, no, love, no.
Oh, my mum owes me a letter. She's probably too busy gallivanting with her mates from the club. I don't know. That woman's life seems to get more interesting the older she gets. The reverse is true for everybody else. Right, where's your dirty hanky?
I lost it.
Oh, blimey, Tracy. You're costing me a fortune in hankies. Do you know that? There you are. Oh, your letter seems interesting anyway.
From Peter Bromley.
Oh, what does he have to say?
Nothing.
Oh, you've just been standing there admiring his handwriting for the last 5 minutes, have you?
It's tight.
No, it's tight.
No, he just wants to see me again. Here, you read it.
Well, it's
What?
fairly friendly, I suppose.
Yeah, well, it's hard to make. I'd like an informal chat sound sinister.
He could have said he'd have you shot at dawn for spilling the beans to the newspapers.
Not a capital offence.
Do you know what I think, though? I think he's decided that because you were so honest about it...
Father, I cannot tell a lie. I did it with my little hatchet.
He respects you for it, and he wants you to be mates in the future.
Peter Bromley and me, mates. Apart from a strong mutual dislike, he got the job I wanted, didn't
All
he?
the more reason for him to be generous.
Peter Bromley couldn't be generous to a lost and crippled little lamb. Bye, love. Bye, Tracy.
Bye.
I'd like to see you threading a needle.
I'd like to see you carrying your own flaming carpet.
Oh, put it down. Tidy.
What's going on? I'm sitting in my room and suddenly this roll of carpet sails past my window with his head in the middle of it.
And the rest of me was underneath it, like it has been most of the morning.
I thought you'd have gone back to work, love.
I kept the van last night, didn't I? So I've no need to push. Well, I'm waiting. What are you doing with that carpet?
Well, this carpet is for our bottoms all, like.
It won't fit, unless it's a very big drawer.
Shut up, cloghead. Or, for you, now. Till it's for us, later.
What are you talking about, Eddie?
Oh, he's bonkers. It's we keep opening doors with his head.
Look, I can have you sent back to the tip, you know. No, this carpet, well, it's prime quality. It's ours, yours and mine. For when we need a carpet. Well, like you do in a house, you know. But if you want to use it in the meantime...
Where did you get it, Eddie?
Well, you see, it was a sample of a discontinued line, which is like being a pair of trousers in a convent.
Where did you get it, Eddie?
It was left out with the rubbish.
Oh, thank you, brother.
Sorry, Eddie. I want new in my new house, brand new.
Well, I mean, have a look at it. I mean, feel the quality.
I don't care if it's a work of art. I don't want it.
It's like having a dead body on your hands, isn't it? A dead carpet.
Right, that's it. Another day at the office over. Oh, some office.
You're lucky. My day's just starting.
Oh, my day hasn't finished yet, Hattie. I've still got Ogden Towers to sort out. You've no idea the mess two fellas can make in 24 hours.
Especially them pair back at your house.
Yeah. Hey, I could at least have got myself a couple that were house-trained. They don't exist, lovey.
Good morning, girls.
Morning.
Everything done and dusted, is it? So all I have to do is loll about and look glamorous.
Well, break the habit of a lifetime, you mean?
Betsy, you've been in the knife box again.
Here, talking about looking glamorous, what do you think I ought to wear? In my new job, you know, at the graffiti club.
You what, Hilda?
Well, I thought I might buy myself a little black dress. You know, somewhat smart but classy as well. Of course, I've got the one Mrs. Lowther gave me at Christmas.
Oh, don't be daft. You'll have your uniform.
What uniform?
Good question, that, because there's not much of it from what I hear. Have you heard that, Betty?
Oh, yeah. Yes, I have heard, yeah.
What are you on about, uniform?
Well, I suppose the best description of it is a sort of cosy with frills, black fishnet stockings and very high-heeled shoes. I don't think you've got a tail, though.
A tail?
Yeah, a rabbit's tail. Only, like I say, you've not got one of them.
Where did you hear this?
From Humphrey Bogart himself, Mike Baldwin.
Well, he's never mentioned it to me.
Well, you're the only one who's not mentioned it to them. They're having it run up across at the factory. Vera's doing it, actually. They call it Hilda's little red number.
Red?
Bright crimson, actually.
Oh, I'm going to see him about this. He's not having me looking like a Christmas cracker.
Sure.
Ooh, you. You're the devil incarnate sometimes.
Me? I've done her a good turn.
How'd you make that out?
Well, just think how relieved she'll be when she finds out it's not true. Anyway, I think I'll go and repair my face, ready for my matinee performance.
You've only walked down the street, haven't you?
A gust of wind ruffled my eyebrows.
What eyebrows?
Betty.
Oh, pooh.
He's calling down for 100 pairs. Now, he wants to pay me cheque, but seeing as we don't know him, I don't know what's...
Well, what is he, a market trader?
Yeah, he says so, yeah.
Well, use your eyes. I mean, how much did his whistle and fruit cost him? What sort of car is he driving? If he looks a bit flash, take a cheque.
What happens if he still bounces?
In that case, I'll take it out of your wages.
Oh, you got hope. Anyway, Mr. Baldwin, I don't think I should be making decisions like this. It's not my job.
Ivy, I'm up to here trying to get this place sorted out.
Yes, like you have been for weeks. If you ask me, you...
Oh, yeah. Well, go on then. Go on. I am asking you. Go on.
Well, you're spending too much time here. Your business is down that street. This is just playing games, this is.
What do you mean, playing games? I've got a lot of money invested in this place.
They don't understand, do they, Mr. Baldwin?
Hey?
Your average worker, they don't understand the risks a top businessman like yourself has to take with his money, not to mention his art, to keep them in a job. I mean, they really do believe what you do is one long game of skittles, you know, all golf and boozing.
Well, that's the last thing it is.
Well, I know that, Mr. Baldwin. I wouldn't have your life for a wink from Princess Di.
Hello there.
Hello.
Well, that's what I call having champagne taste. You're Mike, aren't you?
The name's Mike Baldwin, yeah.
Don Watkins.
What, are you, you selling something or something?
You must be joking.
Ha ha! Then you must be the vat man.
My uncle said you were a bit of a comedian.
Uncle?
Uncle Alec. Alec Yardley is my uncle.
Oh, well, I'm sure I'm pleased for both of you, but I don't see...
He's, not mentioned me, then?
No, I'm afraid he hasn't.
Oh, dear.
But don't worry, I'm not offended.
Well, you want to mention something else either, then?
Like what?
I'm going to be the new manager here.
Now, you're the one that's joking.
No, I'm not.
Manager?
Look, I think you better have a little word with Uncle Alec.
It'll be short and sweet. I've got my own shortlist for the manager's job.
His office number's 886...
I know his number. I thought him and me were great mates.
Yeah, well, he's there now. I've just left him. I'll be across the road in that little boozer if you want me. I take it is going to be a private conversation.
You bet your sweet life it will be.
Right then, I'll leave you to sort it all out. Oh, just one thing. I have got it in writing from Uncle Alec.
Not your day, is it, Mr. Baldwin? It's all about tension, isn't it? You know, big business. No wonder there's high mortality rate.
Right, that's that.
About time, too. I missed some good building time doing this carpet.
Hey, it is fantastic. Hey, it's like walking on feathers.
Look, I'm not the one who's going to think it's fantastic. It's Hilda. And if she doesn't like it, you take it up by yourself. And that's a fact, chum.
Yes, Stanley. There's no danger Hilda won't like it. No danger. Well, what's wrong with it then?
Well, there's nothing wrong with the carpet, as such, as a carpet.
Well, what are you going on about then?
I'm going on about the assumption that she, Mrs. Ogden, the female of the species, will like a carpet that you picked, the male of the species.
Oh, give your brain a rest, Professor. It's not impossible, you know.
But not very likely, you see. That's one of the areas where the sexes collide.
Oh, and you'd know all about that, wouldn't you? Being an experienced man of the world, like.
It's just a matter of observation, isn't it? Look, my mum brings home one of those wallpaper pattern books, right? She sits down with me dad and they both look through it. My dad says, I like that one. Now, the chances are that's the one my mum hates the most. It's the same with furniture, clothes, pictures. You see, women are more artistic than most men. They're more sensitive. Probably because they eat more lettuce than we do. And then there's the mural, isn't there?
The mural?
Yeah. Will the carpet go with the mural? Is it a harmonious concept? Mrs. Ogden will know in a flash.
What do you think then?
Well, I'm not sure. I'm not sure that the doesn't clash with the a bit.
Clash? Clash? Of course it doesn't clash. Why don't you go and get your dinner in Alaska?
I'm a respectable woman, Mr. Baldwin. Ask anyone, and I'll tell you. One thing I have managed to hang on to in a very hard life is my good name and character. And that's more than a lot round here can say. Oh, they might have had more of the good things of life than I've had, but they've had to wiggle their hips to get them. So I'm sorry, but I can't work semi-naked, with or without a tail.
Semi-naked? Tail? You lost your marbles or something?
That's this uniform you're going to make me wear.
Is this really happening, or have I gone balmy during the night? I don't think I can take much more of this, you know.
Me cloakroom uniform.
What flaming cloakroom uniform?
Here. There isn't no uniform, is there?
Hilda, you are going to be a cloakroom attendant, not a flaming traffic warden. Now, will you please go and let me deal with the real disasters in my life?
Yes, I'm sorry, Mr. Baldwin. Sorry I've troubled you. Somebody's been pulling my leg.
Mike Baldwin. Oh, hello, Alec, my son. Oh, come on, pleased to hear that. Oh, well, I've had my problems, you know, but nothing I can't handle. Yeah. Now, listen, the reason I phoned you is I've had this geezer here, Watkins. Yeah. Yeah, your nephew, that's right. Well, I mean, does he walk in his sleep or has he been dreaming or something? I mean, he reckons he's going to be the manager here. He is? Yeah, now, just a minute. Look, I know my stake in this place isn't as big as yours, but I thought we were working partners. Yeah, Alec, just a minute. Alec.
Wonder what it is. Hello, Elder love, what you having? Where is she? Where? Who? Hey? You were in on it, weren't you, Betty Turpin? In on what? Hey, I want a word with you, lady.
Who doesn't? I'm so popular. Hang on a sec.
What can I get you? Stanley?
Oh, you're a light bottle.
Right.
What's up with you?
What can I do, you fuck off?
You think you're very clever, don't you? Residential comic grounds here. Well, I'll tell you something. You didn't fool me for 1 minute.
Didn't I?
Oh, no, I realised what you were up to. I wasn't born yesterday. All that rubbish about a uniform. And if you think I went to see Mike Baldwin, then you one off.
I never expected you would, Hilda. Not for a minute, you're not daft.
Yeah, well...
But if you did believe me, if only for a second, and it worried you, well, then I'm sorry, and that drink's on me.
Oh. Well, thank you very much.
I mean, what sort of life would it be, Hilda, without a joke or two? Especially living round here. You've got to have a laugh or we'd all be weak old jam butties.
Yes, well, I'm sure I can take a joke. Cheers.
That's the spirit, love.
And another thing, whatever happened to the Dogger Bank?
I've no idea.
I mean, you were always hearing it mentioned once upon a time, am I right? In papers, on wireless. Now, not a dicky bird.
You reckon the Dogger Bank's disappeared, do you?
Could have. And they're not telling us. There's lots of things they don't tell us, you know.
Is that right?
Like how far has the Brazilian killer bee travelled? America, for certain, but has it crossed the Atlantic yet?
God knows.
They are. And what about unemployment? And we'll all be on dole before the end of the century. Machines, you see. But did they tell you that? I reckon it was the beginning of the end when they invented the electric toothbrush.
Yeah, well, excuse me.
Hey, and I reckon that clubs are flashing the pan too. You can't afford to go to clubs on your own door.
Yeah. What's your poison, mate? Scotch. Scotch, another pint, please, darling. Did you get through to Uncle Ali?
Oh, yeah.
And?
I'll give you a trial.
A trial? Uncle Alec never said anything about a trial.
No, that was my idea, seeing as I'm not your uncle.
I have got experience. I've run a disco before.
Yeah, pub disco, couple of nights a week.
It's experience.
So, let's see if you learned anything.
Well, if Uncle Alec thinks I'm the man for the job, that's good enough for me.
So do I. That's all I'm saying.
There you are, gentlemen. Service with a smile, as usual.
Is that what you call it? You could have fooled me.
Who's your friend?
He is going to be the manager at the club.
Fancy. And I thought he was selling firewood.
Touche.
You keep your hands to yourself.
She's not bad, is she, eh? For her age.
I don't think you're aware as well.
Well, I enjoyed that. Now, should I go home and do a bit of work? Or should I let you buy me another drink?
I'd go home if I were you.
Oh, you would say that. How is it, Stanley? You can buy ale for yourself faster than Newton and Ridley's can brew it. But when it comes to buying your wife the occasional drink...
That's nothing to do with it.
What is it to do with, then?
You've got a new carpet.
I've got a what?
Eddie's got you a new carpet. He's put it down already.
What, a real proper carpet?
Yeah.
Oh, lovely. Where did he get it?
Corporation tip, I think.
I'll give him tip. Hey, what's upset your Hilda now?
Search me. Give us a pint.
Hey, right. You daft thing.
Surprise, surprise. The good fairy's been. What do you think?
Stan said you got it off the tip.
The tip? As if. No, it's what they call it, a foundling.
A foundling?
Yeah, on account that I found it. Because it had no home. No, it's this woman in this very nice house, and she's like gone in for parquet floors, you know.
Oh, so she doesn't need carpets no more?
Exactly.
Got a frog in your throat, Chuck?
Yeah, must have.
Oh, well, it is nice. It's very nice. Hey, there's not a mark. There's not a beer stain, not a worn patch anywhere. Oh, and it's lovely quality and all you can tell.
It's just what I said, that.
Well, thanks very much, Eddie. It's very kind of you. But you should have kept it for you and Marion's bottom drawer.
Hey, we should have, shouldn't we? Still, I knew you wanted one. And anyway, it's a bit too big for the bottom drawer.
Say again. Don't you ever get the urge to get your nose back to the grindstone?
Oh, yeah, of course, but I thought you liked a long lunch.
Well, you're wrong.
See you, Blondie.
Oh, no, love. Not if I see you first. Oh, it's a clever devil, that.
Don't look like the manager of anything, does it?
Well, managers don't wear bowler hats and stiff collars like they used to, you know, Becky.
Do you remember them days? I don't.
Ooh, she's that sharp today. She'll cut herself, she will.
I just thought I'd remind you that it's past 1.
It's not, has it?
2 minutes past.
I think he's trying to tell you something, mate. He's a man on a razor's edge, that fella. What a way to live.
Couldn't agree with you more.
Vaulting ambition, which o'erleaps itself, as the bard said.
Exactly. Hello, lovey.
Gin and tonic, better, love.
I want a word with you.
Excuse me, the wife.
It's time I was getting back. Put in another couple of hours on the Sistine Chapel.
Right, 1 gin and tonic, love.
He's paying.
Oh. Gin and tonic at dinner time. Do you think I am made of money?
You? Oh, I thought you were. How else would we better spend every hour God sends in this place? I'm going to tell you something. It's number 9 we're moving it, not this flaming pub.
Come on, I've just dropped in for a pint.
You've been in here nearly an hour.
I have not.
Are you calling me a liar?
Yes.
I've been clocking your car up from across the factory where I've been flaming working.
Excuse me a minute, Vera. Would you mind keeping your voice down, lovey? I know there's not a lot of people in, but I can't bear hearing people shouting.
Here.
Who asked you a fucking house then? And what's it got to do with you?
I'm just agreeing we're better, that's all. I don't like listening to people shouting either. Me neither.
Oh, out, we're posh round here, eh? I didn't realise they were coming to live near upper crust. Is there any more rules and regulations we should know about?
Come on, Vera, leave it alone.
No, listen, I'd like to know.
Well, there is something now you've asked, actually.
Oh, go on then, tell us.
It's to do with your husband's job.
Me job?
Yes. He drives a taxi, doesn't he? That means he'll be coming and going at all hours, night time included. I just hope he does it quietly, that's all.
You can put money on it, darling. I don't drive, I glide. I am known as Whispering Jack Duckworth in this town, and I've got more fellas home after 12 o'clock without the wife knowing than you've had ladders in your tights.
Satisfied?
Just a neighbourly inquiry, that's all.
Well, you've got a neighbourly answer, haven't you?
Why couldn't we have had a nun come into Living Street?
Mrs. Lawson! I heard you come in. No, what it was, were you expecting roller carpet?
Yes, my brother was going to drop one off. They're flitting and they've no room for it where they're going to.
Well, he did drop it off this morning.
Oh, where?
He popped it under the shelter next to bin. It's not there now, though.
Well, where is it?
Binman took it.
Binman took it?
Yeah, they just carried it off. A big fat one and a young one. You'll have seen them.
Oh, I can't remember ever seeing them, but I'm definitely going to. That carpet was for our Philippa's bedroom. Her dad's decorated it to match.
I think that Mrs. Kennedy at number 16 knows the big fat one. I've seen her talking to him. Well, she'll talk to anything in pants, won't she?
Well, thanks very much for telling me.
What are neighbours for?
Dad, we've been robbed. It's funny, isn't it? How life can kick you in the shins one minute, then come up trumps the next.
That's supposed to add spice to life, Hilda. But I must admit I could do with a bit less shin bashing myself. A lot less.
Well, at least today's ended up with us being on the winning side for a change. Oh, do you know, it really is a nice carpet, that. It goes lovely with the Muriel. Thanks again, Eddie.
Do you know, it's a pleasure to give pleasure to a lady.
You got to be there.
1 o'clock.
Where?
Town Hall.
Yeah, I'm going to get a good telling off for being a naughty boy.
Daddy's joking. Have you got to see Peter Bromley again?
Yeah. Can't be much fun for him, having to haul me over the coals, trying to protect his department against the politicians.
Ken, you won't do out silly, will you?
Like what?
Well, I don't know, but they seem to think it's pretty serious, don't they?
I can handle it, love, don't worry.
Oh, well, eat your cereal up.
Here we are again, happy as can be. Hey, is there enough in here to wash the dust down? Yeah.
All right then, Mr. Ogden.
Aye, not so bad.
Doing the horses?
Just taking a look, you know.
What do you reckon for the 3 o'clock at Doncaster?
Whatever it is, it won't finish before 1:30, not if it's got his money riding on it.
Well, London lady's due for a win.
Oh, hello. Hello.
Hello, Hilda.
Hello, Mrs. Ogden. Hope you don't mind me calling, like.
No, not so long as you wiped your feet. That goes for you and all.
We both wiped our feet, Hilda, knowing the quality of the carpet we were about to walk on.
Do you want to sit down here, Mrs. Ogden?
No, thanks for the offer, Chuck, but Stanley does all the sitting for both of us in this house. No, I'm just going to tidy up, and then I'm paying a visit to that new disco what's opening.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, because Mr. Baldwin, he's one of them behind it. He's asked me to help out.
Couldn't get the kids from fame, eh? Got you jigging about instead.
Oh, take no notice of clever clogs. No, I'm going to be in charge of the cloakrooms.
Oh, very nice.
What do you fancy?
Well...
Oh, here, look at the mess round your chair. You make more crumbs than a 3-year-old.
He eats more than a 3-year-old, Hilda.
Well, they say the going's firm to heavy, right? Well, London lady won't like that.
No.
No.
I'm not having trodden in food on this carpet.
I'd fancy Amazonian myself.
Are you listening? I say I'm not having all food treading into this carpet.
Yeah, I heard you, yeah. What price will that be, do you think?
Well, did you have a word with Doris then?
I did. I said, you know those chaps who empty our bins? I believe you sometimes give them a cup of tea.
Always, no man, sometimes, always.
Well, anyway, she said she did. So I told her about the way the wolves stop with my carpet, and I asked her, did she know who they were?
Yeah.
Well, she didn't know any names are out, but she had heard the big fat one.
One with a Liverpool accent.
Right. She's heard him mention the Rover's return down Coronation Street as somewhere he gets into regularly.
Oh, well.
So, I shall call in there when I've done my shopping. See if I can't spot him.
You can't turn your back nowadays, can you? Out that's not nailed down.
Anyway, see what I can do.
You want to get police onto him.
I will if I have to.
Well, what's the worst they can do to him?
Oh, you can't tell. I mean, all right, technically he was in breach of his contract. On the other hand, though, he's just working for what he thought were good reasons. I think they'll just call him in for a chat, you know, tell him not to do it again.
Yeah, that's what he says.
I mean, there were one or two of them weren't too well pleased about it, but I don't think there was anybody after his head on a plate.
I'm just frightened he'll, you know, get on his high horse and make things a lot worse than they already are.
Nay, he's not daft in debt.
Packet of fags, Alf, please.
Are you all right, love? Yeah. Hey, you've not come in for the factory order, have you? Because it's not quite ready yet.
No, you're all right, kid. No, I just fancied a wander, you know. Baldwin, is that setting up with this disco? I don't think he'd notice if we took day off.
Pound of fifers, Wheeler.
Right, love. Hey, I'll tell you something, though. This street won't know what's it, will it? When that disco opens on end and me and Jack move in middle. Can't be bad, can it?
I dare say it will be a bit different.
Well, I better get back and show Will in, just in case Swinging Mickey decides to look in.
Right. Barncakes will be about 10 minutes.
All right, love, I'll tell him. Ta-ra.
Ta-da.
You know, I don't know which is going to be the biggest threat to peace and quiet round here.
Oh, that disco or her and Jack. I know what you mean.
We open on Monday, you do know that, don't you?
And how long are you planning to stop open for?
You what?
Well, I'm assuming you want a job that's going to last longer than a week or two.
Yes, love.
I've come to see Mr. Baldwin, Mr. Michael Baldwin.
Well, what's it about?
Well, it's about me having a position of employment in this establishment.
Oh, no, sorry, love. Nothing to do. We've got everybody we want.
Yeah, well, I'm one of the ones you've got. And who are you, any road? I said I wanted to see Mr. Baldwin.
Well, I'm the manager. That's who I am.
Oh, are you? Well, I happen to be a personal friend of Mr. Baldwin, and it's him I've come to speak to, if you don't mind.
Well, he's not in.
Yes, he is.
Oh, is he? Right, where can I find him?
Hello, Hilda.
Oh, Mr. Baldwin, this manager or whatever he is of yours is trying to tell me you're not in.
Well, I am. So what can I do for you?
Well, it's about the job, you know what we talked about.
I told her she's wasting her time.
Oh, no, she isn't. This is the lady I was telling you about. She's going to do the cloaks.
Oh, come on,
What?
Mike. Look. Oh, come on, be fair. Look, if I'm supposed to be the manager, I want to do a bit of managing. And in my book, that includes dishing out the jobs. I'm not finding out they've already been dished out behind my back already.
Oh, like I was, you mean? When you arrived on the doorstep and said you'd been promised a manager's job. Well, I promised Hilda she could do the cloaks. Same difference.
Yeah, well, I hope we're not going to go on like this.
Yeah, so do I. OK, Hilda, you're in.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Baldwin.
Well, I've got to pop across the road, but Mr. Watkins here, seeing as he's the manager, will show you what's what.
Right.
I'll be back later.
Yeah.
So you're going to show me what to do, then?
Yeah, right. Cloakroom's here. I'll get you some books for tickets. Now, they give you the coats, you give them a ticket. They want the coats back, they give you the tickets back.
Right, and that's it?
Yeah.
And what happens if they lose the tickets?
Yeah.
Well, I don't.
And what happens if they say so much missing from the pockets? You want one of them notices up, you know, saying you're not liable.
You're right, I do.
Hey, look, aren't you supposed to be painting? We're paying you for that, aren't we?
Yes, you are, and you needn't worry. All Fab Vice is thrown in for free. It's a bit small.
Yes, love. Just a glass of lemonade, please. Coming up.
You all right, lovely?
Not so bad. Vodka and tonic, Betty, please.
Okay. Yeah, I'll get that. Get some now, pint and all.
Okay, love. Now, you don't have to do that. I am a working girl, you know.
I know you, but if I can't buy a drink, the girl next door, who can I buy it for?
The girl next... Oh, you mean when you move into Chalky?
That's it, we want to be good neighbours, don't we? I like to get on with
They are,
folk.
my love. Is that right?
Well, life is too short to be any other way.
Yours will be an Al if you're not careful.
Well, I wish you wouldn't creep up on me like that.
Oh, would you rather have a cowbell round my neck, then? Then you could hear me coming in next street.
Great idea, that would be.
£1.12 for you, love.
Well, thanks very much, Jack. Cheers.
Betty, could I just have 2 hours?
Just hang on a minute, love. So you're paying, are you? Well, I'll have a gin and tonic, love. And what are you having, Ivy?
Well, I'll have seen.
Yeah, and 2 meat and £30, love.
OK, love.
Hey, you do want to buy this house, don't you? You're going to leave us with a couple of coppers.
Well, I'm not so sure, kid, if you're going to be spending every day in this place.
Look, I came in here, my sweet.
Oh, listen.
Look, I'm coming here to give you some good news about the house. Now, do you want it or don't you want it?
Yeah, of course I do.
Oh, thanks, Bessie.
Right. Now, you know it was getting a little bit dodgy. Us having to be out in a couple of days. And now concrete moving with chalkies.
Yeah.
Right. Well, it's all settled, kid. All sorted out. We'll be able to move in, out of hours, into chalkies. No messing.
Hey, how do you know that?
Because I rang that Ponzi solicitor, didn't I? And I said, hey, you do realise, like, we're going to be kipping in tents if you don't get your flaming finger out. And he said, Mr. Duckworth, the digit is already out. You'll be exchanging contracts tomorrow.
Oh, well, that's a relief, isn't it, Ivy?
Well, you wouldn't have been sleeping in no tents, Vera. I mean, I'd have always put you up, you know that.
Oh, yeah, it's our kid. But you don't like imposing on folk, do you?
Well, it'd have been no trouble, love. I wouldn't have seen you stuck.
You mean you'd have taken us in as well?
No, but I'd have lent you a tent.
Excuse me, love.
Yes, love.
No, only I wonder if you could help me. I'm looking for a young man I thought might be in here, but I don't seem able to see him.
Can you give us a clue?
Well, he works for the corporation refuse collection.
Oh, what did you want him for, love?
Oh, it's just that I have a carpet he said he might be interested in if I wanted to get rid of it. I just thought I'd let him know what to do.
Oh, well, that'll be Eddie Yates, love. He lives around here.
Oh, yes. Is he, sort of biggish?
Fat.
Yes. And, comes from Liverpool.
That's him, love. Can't be two of them. He lodges at number 13.
13. Thank you. You've been very helpful.
Well, we bumped into Mrs. Ogden at the chip shop, and it seems silly us eating next door and you two in here. Anyway, he stayed with her to buy them, and I said I'd come back at late April. You know, so we'll be ready for them when we
Good
got
for
back.
you, lass.
Oh, what if I let the latch down? Oh, yes.
Is there a Mr. Eddie Yates lives here?
There is. I'm his fiancée, actually.
Oh, are you? Well, and do you think I could have a word with him, please?
Well, he's not here at the moment, but he won't be long.
Oh, don't mind waiting.
Would you like to come in?
Thank you.
Mr. Ogden, it's somebody to see you. Do you mind if she waits while he comes?
No, no. Sit yourself down, love.
Well, I can see I've come to the right house anyhow.
Pardon?
This here carpet that we're standing on. It happens to be mine.
Hey.
It was taken from my house yesterday. Taken by your fiancé, as seen by witnesses.
Oh, no.
Oh, yes. So I will sit myself down, thank you. And one thing I can promise you, I won't be leaving this house without I take this carpet with me.
Thanks. Well, you've given us plenty to talk about, anyway.
I'm sure.
Well, now, I told the committee everything you said. That you admit releasing to the press a confidential memo on possible youth club closures. And I explained why you'd done it. I mean, I don't want you to think that your point of view wasn't expressed, because it was.
I'm glad to hear it.
Well, there was a lot said, as I'm sure you can imagine. One or two members didn't take too kindly to a council employee trying to sabotage council policy, but as I say, I pointed out that you were acting in what you thought were the best interests of the community, and that you hadn't been in the habit of making this kind of indiscretion.
Only because the council haven't been in the habit of closing youth clubs.
Well, anyway, it was generally felt that in view of all the factors involved, the best thing was simply to let me have a word with you, get your assurance that this won't happen again, and then leave it at that.
I see.
Which is as good as you could have hoped for.
Yes, I suppose it is.
Good. Well, what I've done, I've had this drawn up. It's just for the record. Nothing that wasn't in your original contract, actually, but, well, it just needs your signature, and then that's an end to it.
You expect me to sign this?
Well, yes.
I hereby confirm I will not divulge information regarding council policy or planning that comes to me by virtue of my position as Community Development Officer. So if I find out that they're closing hospitals, schools, old people's homes, whatever, then I can't say a word about it.
Well, we'd rather you didn't go talking to the press about it. Now, listen, Ken, I really stuck my neck out on your behalf. You'd made some enemies over this business.
Which is why they're trying to shut me up.
I said, look, he's a sensible chap, he has a good record. Just let me explain the situation and there won't be any problem. Now, I hope you're not going to prove me wrong.
I'm afraid I am, yes. I'm certainly not signing down.
You're making it very difficult. You know that, don't you?
I came into this job to serve the community.
Well, didn't we all?
And I believe that to mean letting that community know how its money is being spent, what decisions are being made, and why. So I'm sorry if I'm being difficult. No way I'm putting my name to that.
You won't?
No.
Right. Do you mind staying there? I shan't be long.
But it was near the bins, was it?
Where it was is beside the point. You can tell by looking at it. Nobody in their right mind would be throwing away a carpet like this.
Anyway, it's here now.
I handled it.
I bet you thought we got lost.
Eddie, this is Mrs. Lawson. I've got some plates for me.
How do?
Oh, yes. Yes, it's you, all right.
What is?
You empty our bins, don't you? 38 Earl Street.
Yeah.
She's coming about the carpet.
What carpet? This carpet? It's found its way from my house and onto your floor. Well, that is if you're this gentleman's wife, which you seem to be.
I am, yeah.
Not much you please.
They haven't got none. So, what if it did?
Well, hang on, I'm not with this.
Oh, you're a bare-faced pair, I'll grant you that.
She's saying it wasn't meant for throwing away.
What? I thought you told me.
Hang on. This carpet was in the yard on top of the bins.
But I was just saying to her, I don't care where it was.
Well, I do. What was it doing there if it wasn't for chucking out?
It was waiting to be taken in. That's what it was doing there.
Well, you couldn't have expected Eddie to have known that.
I mean, everybody knows. If it's on top of the bins, it's for chucking out. And it was Hilda. I don't care what she says.
And you didn't think to ask? Oh, no, you didn't think that, did
We
you?
haven't got time to ask, love.
All right, Eddie. So, what is it you've come for, then?
I've come for what's mine. And I'm not leaving without it.
It's not yours.
You want the carpet back?
I do, yes. I want it taking and putting back where it was.
Well, add cheese.
And then I just might say that I can see how it could have been a mistake.
It's you that's making a mistake, love.
Look, Eddie, I know you genuinely thought it was for chucking out. I know that. But we'll have to give it her back.
Oh.
No, you and Stan must take it up and see it gets back to this lady's house.
Well, we finished that dinner.
Thank you. In that case, I'm prepared to let bygones be bygones.
Oh, very good of you.
Now, come on, Eddie, and you, Mrs. Ogden. Eat your chips before they get cold.
No, I've lost my appetite. Somebody else can have them. Have you had your dinner?
I haven't, as a matter of fact.
They are.
Oh, well, thank you very much.
Sorry to keep you. I just thought I'd better have a word with the deputy town clerk and be clear on where we stand, since you seem determined to push this as far as it'll go.
I'm not the one doing the pushing.
Look, Ken, you know the current economic situation as well as I do. We're all having to look for cutbacks, right?
Which means if youth clubs can get the chop, then so can I.
Well, we're none of us indispensable, are we? I'll ask you again. Please, don't make a martyr of yourself. Sign this.
I can't sign that. You know I can't.
Well, then, you're already in breach of contract. I've offered you a way out, and you've refused it. I can take it then you intend to resign, can I?
No. No, I'm not resigning. Why should I?
Because you've broken your contract. And you're as good as saying you'll break it again, as and when you choose.
What I'm saying is, I take it as part of my job to keep the services open, not close them down. I've done nothing that I regret. No, and nothing that I see as a reason for resigning either.
Well, you might not see it, but I'm telling you. If you don't sign that paper...
Which I won't.
Then I've no choice but to ask you for your resignation.
Make it nice and easy for you, wouldn't it?
You're doing anything but making it nice and easy.
It'd be admitting that I was wrong and leave you free to go ahead and close down the youth club without anybody raising a voice against it.
We should be closing the youth club anyway.
Well, perhaps you'd better get rid of me. Anyway.
Perhaps we had.
Well, this is where it's all happening, then.
I wouldn't bank on it.
What's been wanted round here for a long time, I'll tell you. They'll come as far as Stockport from here.
What are you doing?
Taxis, cab driver.
Well, I'm a painter. I've spent a lot of time on that wall.
Well, I can see that. It's a lovely finish.
Hiya. What's up?
Oh, way up. Stand by your beds.
I'm the manager. Can I help you?
No, you're all right. I was just saying what a nice place you've got here.
Yeah, it will be. When it's finished.
Rome weren't painted in a day, you know.
Oh, hello, Jane. You all right, Michael? Look, if you want any cabs, you know where I am, kid. All right.
You paying commission?
I'll see you.
Yeah.
Everything all right, then?
Yeah. Unless you've got any more funny women you've given jobs to.
There's nothing wrong with Hilda.
She's no dolly bird, though, is she?
No, but she's reliable and she's honest.
I knew she must have something going for her.
Hang on, I've got to get it down the banister.
All right, take your time.
Off.
There you are.
Right. There we are. Return of the Old Faithful.
What old faithful? What have you got there?
The old carpet. We took the other one back where it belonged, then went down the ship. Bit of a search, but then we found it. Good as new. Well, not exactly new, you know.
Oh, no.
Come on, then.
No, I'm not having that tatty old thing back in here.
Oh, Hilda.
What are we waiting for?
Hang on, Stanley. I thought you'd be dead chuffed.
Listen, I've had one let down today already. Now, putting that back had just about set the seal on it. No, we've got money coming and we're going to spend some of it on a brand new carpet. So you can just take that thing back where you got it from.
What's up?
She don't want it.
See what?
I'm not having it. We're going to buy new. And until we do, we'll make do with floorboards.
Ah, flippin' heck.
Are you sure about that, Hilda?
Eddie, I've never been more sure of anything in my whole life.
Right. Come on, back to the ship.
Hang on there. Whoa, steady on.
Hello?
Hi.
Listen, love, will you go and pick Tracy up? She's round at Sally's.
In a minute.
What's up? What did they say at the town hall?
Well, they wanted me to resign.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
You didn't, though. You didn't, did you, Ken?
No.
Thank
no.
God for that.
But, well, I am leaving the job.
You're not...
Voluntary redundancy.
Why? You can't just...
Well, they wanted rid of me. They made that plain enough, and, well, voluntary redundancy was the best deal on offer. It was either that or get the sack anyway. At least this way I get some money and, well, doesn't look quite as bad.
It still means you're out of a job, though, doesn't it? This morning, you talked as if it was nothing, as if they just wanted to speak to you.
Yeah, well, they wanted me to sign a paper, a statement, which would bind me to their rules of secrecy.
And you wouldn't?
No.
All you had to do was sign a bit of paper.
It was what it said.
And you'd lose your job rather than sign it.
I didn't set out to lose the job.
Matter of principle, were it? Is that what you like to call it?
If you like, yeah.
You couldn't bring yourself to sign a bit of paper. So now we've all got to bring ourselves to live on the dole and what bit of money I bring in. Oh, great principle, that is.
Yeah, well, I'm sorry.
I mean, do you think we can all live on
else.
fresh air, or that this mortgage we've got will pay for itself, or what?
No.
Well, what did you think then, Ken?
Well, I, thought I'd try to get another job.
Oh.
Look, then. I know what I'm letting us into. I know what I'm asking of you and Tracy.
Well, then.
But at least this way, I can come here, I can stand here and tell you what I've done, right? Now, if I'd signed that paper and gone along with what they said, well, I couldn't have come back here and told you that.
It was that important.
To me, yeah.
Oh, no.
I'm sorry, really.
No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry I went on at you.
Don't worry. I'll do something. I'll get a job.
I'm not worried. We'll be all right. Who wants their lousy job anyway?
Go on, Betty, you can serve him. He must be sick at sight of me, aren't you, love?
I wouldn't say that.
No, you wouldn't deny it, either, would you? Part a bit of it up.
Yes, please.
Okay.
Do you dream about me, Al? I mean, be honest. Do you have vivid dreams about me in which I play a prominent part?
Only if I have onions last thing.
So this is where you are then?
Oh, I can give us left home if you like.
OK. Some bad news for you, Chip.
Well, I'm all right, Jack. How are you?
Oh, shut up, Bet. It's talking.
Right, sorry. Yes,
Well,
thank
it's
you.
about the house stuff.
Oh, no, it's gone wrong, has it?
Something's gone wrong.
Oh, would you flaming credit, eh?
That Ponce solicitor rang again and said it's going to be another week or something. Anyway, it won't be settled for us to move in, love.
So what are we going to do then, eh? There's no way we can stop where we are now. We've got to be out day after tomorrow.
I know, but I was wondering. Remember what we were talking about at dinner time?
Oh, well, you did say, kid, didn't you? You know, if all, you know, went round like...
Yeah, well, as long as it's only a day or two, Vera.
Well, he said it'd all be settled within a week. I mean, 2 weeks at the most, love.
I hate it would be company for you, kid.
Yeah.
Great. Let's have a drink on that, eh?
And we return to the street tomorrow morning at the same time. And don't forget that if this is a bit too early for you, it's showing every weekday at 12 and 6:30 too. After the break, Emmerdale.